So, as we had last left it off, the party made their way back to New Uranium to report the demise of the apex predator. When getting there, a new ship had now began the process of docking into the New World. Off of the ship, Sparhawk found his lovely, majestic steed, Gloria, and his 3 faithful retainers, and a new face that has joined the party on their adventures, the face of Cora, the Theobald. You had a chat with Escanor, who has asked you to look into the matter as to why the Star Settlement did not send any aid for their predator problem. Now, as far as he was aware, somebody was sent out and nobody came. So he's not aware of any breakdown of communications between the 2 settlements, so he wanted to see what was going on and render assistance if needed be. To this, he has offered you a reward of 250 gold if you can report, go there, fix their problems, or just report back to him saying that all is clear. Along the way, you happen to come across a band of hobgoblins, which is a source of debate within the party. For as far as you're aware, goblinoids were not offered passage to the New World, so chances are they're either native or something else. A lot of unknowns. But many of them will be standing guard at the moment, whilst the majority of them seem to be in the process of chanting. Some form of summoning. It is with this that Chris and Cora and Bark approached the hobgoblins under the sky's cells to look like hobgoblins. And when they started speaking to you, did you realise that none of you actually spoke goblinoid? However, due to a series of clever uses of abilities, you were able to determine that they appear to be summoning something here as a means to burn away something and start again. And with that, Vorkris proceeded to cast suggestion on one of the guards to disrupt the ceremony. However, doing so revealed his intentions, or deceptions, shall we say, towards the other 2 guards in the process. A bit of an oversight on his part. They drew weapons and asking in Goblinoid, "What the hell are you doing?" And that was where we left it off. So, from the outside perspective, they've been communicating in a language you don't understand. And now one of them is walking towards the circle whilst the other 2 are drawing weapons. So, in this instance, Agnes, Sparhawk, Emron, and Isaac, are you guys going to do anything?
I think Emron will just stay and watch what's happening.
Right.
I think Sparhawk would immediately worry for Vorkris and Cora, who were the closest to the drawn weapons.
Yeah.
I would make to move forwards.
Well, this is a reaction. So in that instant, when you see these creatures drawing weapons, what are you going to do?
Draw my weapon.
All right. So, and you start moving inwards. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Isaac and Agnes, you see Sparhawk draw his weapon and move forwards.
I'm going to try and pull him back and say it's too soon. Just wait, give him a chance. He knows what he's doing. He's not.
Are you going to contest that, Sparhawk?
I think he should persuade me.
I won't allow words on this. I won't allow rolls in this regard. Isaac, you're going to have to use your words to convince Sparhawk.
Well, we know Vorkris, and he's not stupid, so I think we should give him a chance to see what he can do. If needs be, we can get there, but give him a chance first.
Okay, so I guess I stopped moving forward, but I'm going to still stand with my weapon drawn.
Righto. Ready. Agnes?
Well, I'm moving around. I'm going to draw my rapier, but I'm going to move around. I don't know how much distance you'll allow, but I wanted to move around sort of this way. To kind of still be in there, but kind of round.
Sure.
So
You're still stealthing, is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Move over there.
Alright, so. I want you to make a perception check in that location, please.
If there is a bell here, I'm going to be really annoyed.
Okay, no worries. So, Orcris and Cora and Bark, who is now stopped to observe the situation. This guy in the middle, his eyes gloss over and he just goes, ah, and he turns around and starts slowly walking towards the circle. The other two who have got their weapons drawn, they start shouting at you and him in Goblin. What are you doing? Hold position! That Kira said no! We have to watch, we can't interact! Borgris, are you gonna do anything?
I'm just gonna raise my hands. I'll speak in common at this point, seeing as they've just heard me speak common. I'm like, whoa, calm down, guys. Like, everything's okay. There's nothing to stress about. He's just gone to check on what's going on.
I want you to make a persuasion roll.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, this guy immediately moves forwards towards you, Focus, and he goes to push you over. So can I get opposed athletics from you, please?
Well, I'm rolling well tonight.
So you are pushed over Borkris, and he points his weapon down at you and just snarls. The lead one, who is still chanting, is looking out at this particular individual who's walking towards the circle now, darts his eyes in a menacing fashion towards the other one, who immediately takes his blade, goes up behind him, and slits the guy's throat.
Wow. You murdering little bastards.
Oh no.
Immediately, this one turns around and now points their weapon at him. And they are yelling at you in Goblinoid. They did hear you speak common, but they are yelling at you in Goblinoid and basically saying, you still understand them, right?
Yeah.
Stay down! Don't move! Here will decide your fate! Is what they're constantly saying to you. However, the ritual continues.
Oh.
Ow, that didn't work at all, did it?
So at this point, I think, can Cora cast Silence?
Yeah, sure. They're just...
I'm also going to be dumb and at some point ask how you people are doing that measuring thing, because I don't know how to do it.
It is the fourth box down with the little thing on the top left.
Hmm.
You've got the arrow, the paintbrush, magnifying glass.
Thank you.
All right,
Okay,
so if you go to cast Silence, where are you going to cast it?
On the goblinoid on the rock, the big guy.
Okay, what's the range on that?
Oh, 120.
All right. So,
Nice.
as he continues going, his mouth continues to move until eventually his eyes open up and he realizes that he's not saying anything. The chanters and the bowers stop. They look up at their leader, and they all look terrified. Kier, or the leader, looks down towards this location where there is a disruption happening. And Cora, you are standing there.
So Cora's going to stand up as straight as she can, and she's going to say, "What's going on here?" in her big girl, not shy voice. What's going on here? And then she'll point at the two that are near Vorkris and say, "You two speak. What's going on here?"
Kier speaks. We listen.
Not anymore, he doesn't.
And Kier this entire time has been moving his mouth, but not been saying anything.
So she says, "Who are we trying to summon?"
They all look towards Kier, who has a confused look on his face. Silence.
So I will look at the other two, and the other two hobgoblins, this one, this one, and this one, who are basically at Vorkris.
Yep.
And I'll say, "Stand back and let him move."
Make an
And then
intimidation check.
Ooh.
As you say that, they just go.
So I will start trembling a little bit as I continue to speak, and I'll say, "Obviously, this isn't working. The master has gone silent. Stand back before we bring forth any more consequences."
I want you to make a deception check at disadvantage because you've kind of already revealed that you're not part of them.
Okay.
Nice.
Once again, these two down there look towards Kier, who looks visibly angry that his orders are not, any orders that he's barking out are not being followed.
Nice.
But they hold their position.
I was going to say,
Go ahead.
so, like, she asked you to let me stand up. I mean, what use am I here on the floor?
Stay down. Kier,
At that
decide
point,
your fate.
I flip my head back, I look behind me, and I just misty step to there.
If you're going to cast a spell, that will be seen as a hostile action in this instance, and we would have to roll initiative.
I mean, I'm not happy with two hobgoblins pointing weapons at me anymore. I gave it some time. I tried to talk away out of it, but no. So yes, I am teleporting away.
All right, so if that's the case, can I get initiative, please?
For everybody.
Everybody. I assume if you see... you don't get to transport yet. Sorry, mate. On your turn.
So the action that starts initiative I can't do.
As in, you are going to cut... They have their weapons like literally inches away from you. They're waiting for any wrong movement. You have to go through the motions to cast a spell, which they will consider a hostile action. That will initiate their reaction, but because you're ready for it, that means it all starts initiative.
I feel like I did initiative wrong.
Sorry, Jack, I did click my token, but it didn't come up
That's fine.
on the turn. No.
All right, where is everyone? You got 18, Emron. And Cora. Who got 5? Alright. So, as Vorkris goes to cast a spell, there you see the two hobgoblins go in to attack him. It's a very, very quick action, but the rest of you all have been watching and waiting for the slightest bit of hostile movement. And then, Ron, your reactions happen first. So,
Okay,
you're
so
up first.
Emron reaches out to this hobgoblin. Let me get the right this one, and cast flaming sphere. Let me just
Alrighty then.
Let me get the token out.
So dexterity saving throw.
Yeah,
17 to save.
Okay, so I think he saves on that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 13. And so I think he takes half damage. Let me just check. The creature on half as much damage on a successful save.
Yeah.
And then
So that'll be 5 fire damage to him as the flame sphere immediately erupts into existence in front of him. He ducks down just to try and avoid it, but he still gets slightly burned. You can see that some of his armor, whilst metal, is definitely singed from it.
Great. For bonus action, Emron's gonna slap his hand down onto the grass and wild shape into a dire wolf.
Righto.
Again, another token. Thank you.
So it's 37 HP and 14 AC. All right. Did you want to move anywhere, Emron?
Yes, I just want to move to the edge of the clearing, so I'm still in hiding. So am I still in hiding there?
No. Once you shoot, the moment you cast a spell, the moment that you lost your stealth.
Okay. And I'll just go in. In that case, I'll go in here. End my turn. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, so Isaac, you're up next.
Yep. So look to Sparhawk and say, "Well, now's the time to fight, and I'll use my movement and Misty Step to shift to there and attack the one on the left."
Okay. That is a hit. Roll damage. 8 bludgeoning damage. So, you immediately, Vorkris, from your perspective, these guys are about to attack you. You're about to misty step away when all of a sudden Isaac appears and swacks the one of the left around the head with his quarterstaff. He fumbles in the spot a little, but he's still standing.
Oh lord! Yeah, that's me done.
All right. So it is Bark's turn. Let's see what Bark can do. All right. I guess he's going to cast Hunter's Mark on the one who just got flamed. And he's going to make an attack roll against him. Uh, 14. Is that right? And what's the +2? Oh, yeah, I guess so. So that brings it to 16. The arrow flies, and it does connect with his armor, but the arrow itself actually breaks on impact. And unfortunately does no damage. Bark retreats into the woods there. All right, Sparhawk, you're up next.
Okay, so I'm going to whisper a prayer to Tia and ask for his divine protection, which is me using my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith.
Yep. So your armor class goes up by 2.
Yep. And then for my action, I'm going to fire up my lightsaber and channel affinity to Sacred Weapon. And then I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out into the open.
Okay.
Sword blazing with light, 20 foot of bright light. And
all right, so I just need to check something. So silence is a concentration spell. Good to know. So, all right, Agnes, it's your turn.
Does the tree line go out to here as well, or is it just overhang?
It's just the overhang.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to use the hat and tip the hat. So, and kind of do it in that line. Pardon?
You're going to cast Gust of Wind, is that right?
I am, yeah.
That'll
so
get...
It will miss Sparhawk. It will get this one here, and it will get this one here.
Righto. So, let me put him in the right place. So.
That's probably why I was having problems with the thing.
Yeah. Well, it's Gust of Wind is 10 foot wide, isn't it?
It's 5 foot.
Right.
From the description. Oh no, my apologies. It is 10 foot. I was going through the middle, so 5 foot on each side.
Yeah. So if that's the case, you could get the back free or the front free.
I'll go with the front 3 for now.
All right. So they need to make strength saving throws or dexterity saving throws?
Strength savings throws.
Okay. 1, 2, and 3. So they all fail.
They all fail.
So they are all blown back 10 feet, is that right?
15 feet.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Any creature within the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot. In the off chance that anyone goes through it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So these 3 are all blown backwards and land prone on the ground.
And if there is any torches or anything like that, that goes out in that line.
There were no torches.
Cool, that's fine. Is it my concentration as well?
Yes.
That is wonderful.
All right. Vorkris, it's your turn.
Okie doke. Well, using my amazing situational awareness, I will slightly change up where I will Misty Step to. And I would like to go to there. And I am going to use my Dragon's Breath.
Alrighty then.
A straight line to all 3 of them.
Dexterity saving throws. If they are prone, I believe they have disadvantage on dex saves.
Ooh, even better.
No, they don't actually. It's just attack rolls they have is a disadvantage. So, so it's 3 dex saves. Is that right?
Yes, I'm just checking what it is. It's only a 12.
Yeah,
not a particularly high DC.
3
but apparently high enough.
Oh shit! Sorry, I wrote by mistake. Didn't mean to write.
And then I will move backwards. Oh, sorry. Did I not?
Yeah, I need you to roll damage.
Yes, of course you do. Sorry, it's because work came up just before my turn, obviously.
So as you run there, Vorkris, you get a brief fascination, a brief thought of Agnes playing the bagpipes forever and ever, and the whole sensation causes you to burst or vomit acid from your mouth. It hits who start needs to go. The one on the ground is like swirling around. They all take 9 damage.
Move back to there.
Okay. Right, it is the hobgoblins' turn. So now that they're being attacked en masse, they will... God damn it. Alright, so the ones that were part of the ritual, they're going to get up and they're going to fight as much as they can against the gust of wind, and they're going to get back into their positions. And they are going to just plant their feet into the ground, turn around, and with a desperate look in their eye, going to try and continue the ritual.
If the line is, if the gust of, because obviously the line went that way, didn't it? Would they be able to do that? They
can. Yeah, they've. Hold on, let me have a look at the gust of wind spell.
Description.
Each creature that starts its turn starts its turn, so I'll have them do strength saving throws again. Well, technically, they did the strength saving throw at the start of their turn, I would say. Hold on.
Trying to go through it, would they be able to withstand it?
Any creature in the line. So so technically they would have been affected at the start of their turn. So that's when they would have been blown away. Then, as they're part of their turn, they would go back and then they would try to get back into position and then trying to maintain it. And at the start of their next turn, they could be blown away again. So that's how the spell works.
Do you want me to draw a line of where I put it?
Yeah, do that. This guy is going to get onto his feet. Going to crawl away from the blast. Get to there. So he sees that wind came directly from you, Agnes. So he's going to pull out a longbow and he's going to take a shot at you. Natural one. He pulls back, but he's just fumbling it all so much that he pulls back on the string and he breaks the string. He just throws the longbow down on the ground. You can see it's not very good quality, and he pulls out a longsword. It's rather serrated. All right. Isaac, the two that are on you pull out their longswords and they go to attack you. $11 and
11
21.
misses, 21 hits.
Right, so they have got this. So
Yep.
So that's... Why is that two-handed? I attacked with one hand. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. So let me... Oh, I'm going to re-roll that damage, mate, okay? So it should be a D8, not a D10. So it's 3 plus 1. So it's 4 points of damage plus another 9 points of damage against you. So it brings it to 13 points of damage in total.
Yep.
As the one you just dodge out of the way of the one of them, but the one behind you splashes you across the back. And they maintain their positions there. This one over here is going to charge at Agnes, who is currently disrupting the ritual. He's going to make a longsword attack on you. 19 hits.
Lucky.
So that's 7 slashing damage against you.
No, I said lucky, so they have to re-roll it.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a problem with my mic. Did you hear that?
I did hear it, but I thought you were just saying, "Oh, you lucky person."
Sorry.
13 to hit.
That does not hit.
So you get a brief vision of where he's about to swipe, and you react your body accordingly. And where he was going to get, you're able to get out of the way just in time. He looks frustrated. These two here going to move in beside here to there. Are they going to fire 2 shots? They're actually going to aim for Agnes at the moment because she's disrupting the ritual the most, and they are keenly aware of what that means. So it's 2 shot against Agnes.
The 70 is a hit.
Right. So because this is a weapon attack, the martial advantage applies. So it's 5. So it's 6. So that's 11 points of damage against you, Agnes. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? You maintain concentration.
Oh.
These two are going to, at the top, are going to split this way. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That guy up there can take another shot at you, Agnes. Because once again, you are disrupting their ritual.
That's fine.
That is a miss. This guy up here is going to take a shot at Sparhawk because he's the closest one. That's a miss. So it hits you, Sparhawk, but it just clinks off of your armor. Clink, clink, clink. And then there's going to be nothing there. All right, there's going to be 2 more additional shots at advantage because they are stealthed. So there's going to be 1 on Agnes and 1 on Sparhawk as arrows fly from the treetops.
Whoa. That's where that perception check was.
Yep. You were literally directly beneath one. And you didn't see him. And he didn't see you.
Wow.
So this is against Agnes. So it's a 20.
Yep, the hit.
Martial applies. So that is 17 points of damage against you. Can you make another Constitution saving throw, please?
I am really hurt, by the way.
Right. You maintain concentration despite being peppered with arrows. Another one fires out towards Sparhawk. 2 18s.
Wow.
Miss. Only because of the sacred armor.
Yeah. So, whereas it would have connected, the divine energy that protects you actually envelops the arrow and causes it to go completely off trajectory. The other hobgoblins in the middle are going to try and maintain the ritual. They all look terrified. Cora, it's your turn.
Okay. So I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, that unless I do another spell that requires concentration, I can still cast like spiritual weapon.
You can still cast spiritual weapon use. You just can't cast another concentration spell.
All right. So I'm going to cast spiritual weapon. And then I'm going to move.
Where are you casting it?
Sorry. Oh, sorry. I am. Do I need to move before I cast it? I'm going to cast it on over here.
All right. What kind of weapon are you creating?
My mace. I'm going to just basically replicate my mace.
Okay.
So I'm going to move here because that puts me within melee range. Yes.
Yep.
And then I'm going to attack him with my mace.
So the spiritual weapon attack, because that immediate attacks as you cast it, that swings and bounces and does not find purchase on the hobgoblin. It's like...
Okay. And then as bonus, no, it has to make a hit. All right.
Yep.
So then I think that's my turn, yeah?
You can still make the attack. Like, once you cast spiritual weapon, it immediately can make an attack as you cast it. So I'm counting that. So if you look in the chat, you did spiritual weapon, and it rolled 14 to attack.
Yep.
So that was a miss, and now you still have your action.
Okay. So then I can attack with my
Yes.
mace. Okay. All right. Then that's what I want to do on the same guy that I'm in front of.
Right. That's a hit.
And then I do. Sorry.
Right, so just a reminder, how I do crits, Kristen, is that you roll the dice, you double it, and then you double the damage, and then you add your modifier.
Okay, so I hit for. I don't remember how to do damage. Do I click on
Just
the damage card?
click
Click
the
mace.
mace on the chat. Yes, we go.
All right.
So you rolled 1 on the damage, so that's doubled to 2. So then you add the 3, that makes 5 damage against him.
Okay. All right.
So
Thank
you crack him across the face. He stumbles a little bit, but he's bruised and he's bleeding, but he is still standing. All right. So it is Claire's turn. Ah, man. He cannot. He is stuck on what to do. He knows what's going to happen if he moves. He's maintain concentration, but he's going to pull out a javelin and he's going to chuck it at. That's a good question. Plus 4 to that. Shit. It's a thrown weapon. So he's going to chuck it at Cora at disadvantage. Natural 20 and 23. So 23, does that hit you, Cora?
Yes, my armor class is 18.
All right. So that's 3 piercing damage against you as the javelin goes, boom, and now she's going to nick you in the leg. Can you just make a Constitution saving throw as the pain does kind of affect your mind, like take you off your concentration? Oh, the silence then fades.
Oh no!
And he shouts out, "Maintain the in common."
What did he say in common?
Maintain the circle, or we're all dead.
Okay.
And with that, now that they have gotten their orders, the hobgoblins look a little bit more, less terrified. However,
what I heard there was disrupt the circle.
At the top of the round, the circle starts. The stones themselves start glowing an ominous red.
The stones of the actual circle.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Emerald, it's your turn.
Before I start my turn, the hobgoblin that had the flaming sphere on him, because he didn't move.
Yeah, he didn't
do
move.
a dexterity saving throw,
Yes, he does.
and it's DC 13, I think.
Yeah. He can't move, that's the thing. Natural 20.
Oh,
So it's another 3 points of damage against him.
yes. So, okay, bonus action. I'm going to move the flaming sphere and slam into Kia.
Alrighty then.
So another dexterity saving throw from Kia. Now roll.
12 to save, so he fails. So that's 5 points of damage against him.
Yeah.
And he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. He maintains.
Yeah, okay. I'll just move it next to him so you can see it.
Thank you.
Okay, so Emron's movement, he's going to move the wolf next to Agnes, and then with pack tactics, attack this hobgoblin, please.
If you're standing there, I need you to make a strength saving throw as you go
Okay.
into the wind.
Oh shit, can I move the other way? Am I too late?
You can go around the other way, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll go the other way. Okay, pack tactics. Okay, fight. Is that bonus?
That is a miss. You lunge forward to attack, but the hobgoblin sees this massive wolf coming and is able to duck out of the way just in time.
Okay, to finish, can I stand kind of over Agnes just to cover her a bit?
You can't occupy the same space as her, unfortunately.
Okay, well, I'll stay where I am and do it my
Right.
best to distract.
Okay.
Thank you.
Isaac, you're up.
I want to curse the one that I've been attacking, and then just attack it with my staff. Try and put him down.
Right. Enter. That's a hit.
So +2 damage onto.
So you spin. You bring the quarterstaff round and smash him across the head. He spins on the spot and lands in a very awkward position that clearly snaps his neck.
Nice. That's all I can do.
All right. Bark's turn. He is going to. He's going to continue to take shots at the one who just got burned, because that's the one who's got the hunter's mark. Uh, 16 plus 2. That is just the hit, so 18. So the creature falls over to the ground with an arrow in its neck. It ceases to breathe. He then will then transfer the hunter's mark to this one here. All right, Sparhawk, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to move to here and use my sacred weapon to attack the one that back. Just put that I'm next to.
Yep. You should not have disadvantage, so it's 25 to hit, so that's definitely a hit.
Okay.
So that's 6 points of damage against him.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to use my shield mastery to shove him over.
Okay, so does he need to make a strength saving throw or a dexterity saving throw? Or is it opposed to athletics even?
I think it's opposed.
All right, so free from him. 24 So you come up behind him and slash him down across the back, and with that you use your shield to push him over. So he's currently on the ground.
And that's my turn.
All right, Agnes, you're up.
I am going to drop concentration on the thing. I can't delete it because it will delete me. So,
I can get rid of it, don't worry.
thank you. And I'm going to try to stab this guy here.
Sure. The guy has not been hurt yet. That is a hit. So you pierce him through his armor, through the middle, and you withdraw. A bit of blood kind of oozes out, and he's struggling to breathe, but he's still standing.
And flip him. I'm going to look over at Cora. I'm going to say, "You absolutely have this, Floofy. Don't worry about it." Bardic Inspiration. I've got to say that part.
Yeah.
I thought I had said that part in my brain, and then was like,
So, Cora, you have got a inspiration die to use, a D6 inspiration die to use, and any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check for the next. Is it 10 minutes?
It's 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Vorkris, you're up.
To decide before my.
No, you can use it after you roll.
Okay.
So Vorkris is going to take a couple of steps up.
Yep.
And he is going to cast Toll the Dead on Claire. Or Claire,
Okay.
whatever his name is. So DC 13.
Wisdom save, right?
I think. I'm just checking
That's
that.
a fail.
Nice.
I still can't. Yeah, it is Wisdom. Okay. So, and he has been hurt, hasn't he?
Yes.
So that's 1d12 damage. Oh, nice.
Oh, bloody hell.
Nice.
So you'll hear this, and his body just becomes lessened. It's almost if just an unknown energy sucks life away from him. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh no!
Ooh, shame.
And with that, whatever he was concentrating on fails. And he just goes. The circle around starts glowing up immensely. Flames start erupting around. He gets up and he yells out, "Time!" As the flames start coalescing around in the center of the circle and creates kind of like a cocoon of fire. All right, it's the hobgoblins' turn.
And they're not happy with me?
They are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to dash. He's running. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Do you ever get that out of the frame of the fire field?
They're dashing, they're running away. Yeah, they're going to dash, they're going to run away as well. These guys are also going to dash up here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dashing. Yeah, they can get out of there. So they're all scattering to the wind. This guy is not going to disengage from you two. He's just running.
I want to grab him.
Yeah? You can't grab him, but you can make an opportunity attack against him.
Yeah, let's do it. Pack tactics. Die move, come on.
Yep.
Yeah. Where is the thing?
Did I roll rubbish? Oh, 16. I need a damage roll. 2d6 plus 3.
So, as he goes to run away, the wolf reaches out and just grabs over, like, encompasses his entire mouth over his head, just chomps down, and the body keeps on running a little bit, and then tumbles down without a head. You spit out the head.
Well, I was going to go on, but now... so I grab him, be like, what's going on?
This guy down here is going to run. Isaac and Cora, you get opportunity attacks.
Yeah, I'll non-lethally swing at him.
Okay.
Try and knock him out.
That's a hit. So he is knocked out and unconscious. So he'd be back there then. Alright, this guy, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, he can get off the map. And then this guy, he is prone, so he's going to spend half of his movement to get up. Sparhawk, you get an opportunity attack as he runs away.
Okay, I'll take it.
Sure.
It's a natural.
Go ahead. As he gets up, you basically just reach over him, just bring your sword down, just go through his back, twist, and he just goes, and he is gone. So he'll go back there. All right, the ones in the trees are going to start descending. Actually, he's just gonna jump out. To be honest, he's fucking terrified. So he's going to make a dexterity saving throw. That's a success. So he's going to take half. He's only going to take 1 point of full damage, and then he's going to run that way. And he should, with dashing, he'll be able to get off the map. You do see some movements in the trees up here as well. So if there were some hobgoblins up there, they seem to have retreated. All right, Cora, it's your turn.
Okay. So I think there's nobody around me except Isaac. So I think I'm going to make my way over to Kerr. He's the only one left, right?
Yeah. And there's a flaming cocoon in the middle.
Yes, I want to stay around on the outside of the circle. So I'm going to. Can I move diagonally?
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to... I can shout on my turn. It doesn't count as an action. All right.
I consider it a free action.
Okay. I'm going to shout to her here and say, what have you done? What is this?
So if that's going to be, is that you going to be your action or?
Yeah. Quick question. Does my spiritual weapon move with me?
No, you have to use it as a bonus action.
Okay. Then yes, I think it's going to be my action.
Okay. So Claire is going to jump down from the rock, staring at this cocoon of fire. And he's going to shout back at you, Cora. And he's going to say, "You disrupted the ritual before it was complete! We're all going to die!" And he's going to use all of his movement to run away. Yeah, he's out there. At the top of the round, the flaming cocoon starts to die away. And in its place, you see 3 humanoid-looking individuals. They have got kind of like a opaque or purple-like skin with a scaly kind of tentacled-like head, flaming red eyes. Like half their skin looks like it's covered in like volcanic glass, and flames just wreath around them as they take the form of 3 humanoid individuals. As soon as they come into being, they start screeching out as if they have no sense of control, as if they are completely and utterly maddened by some unknown source. And they start lashing out with flames. So, there's going to be 2 firebolts at Cora, 2 firebolts at Emron, and 2 firebolts at Sparhawk. So, Cora first. 14 and 20. So that's 2 points. That's 2 points of fire damage against you. Right, now against Emron. 12 and 10. No, none of them are hit.
Nope.
And then against Sparhawk. And 22.
Yep.
So that's 5 fire damage against you. As these rays of fire just start screeching and blasting out from their sheer vicinity. And they immediately start moving almost seamlessly, with barely moving their legs around. And each step they take leaves a trail of fire. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I should probably make that one as a fire. So
That's awesome.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Those flames that they stick there, they basically are kind of like... they are continually staying there. All right, Emron, it's your turn.
So the Kia that's run away, can the wolves still catch up with him?
If you want to abandon this position and go and chase him, yeah.
I think I might want to chase him to get the truth of what they're doing, or how can we, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm going to try to do that and try to kind of grapple him if that is at all possible.
All right, I want you to make a perception check at advantage as you try to find him in the thicket.
Okay, perception with advantage.
Because this will be to do with smell, to be honest.
Okay, so it's perception plus 5.
Yes.
So D20 plus 5. Oh no, that's not so good. It's advantage, right? Did you say?
Yes, it's advantage, because wolves are advantage with percepting things through smell.
D20 plus 5. 11.
You know he's headed eastward, but beyond that, it's difficult to tell. You can start moving out there to try and get a better location on him to try not to lose the scent, but that will take you out of the battle.
No, I won't do that then in that case.
Okay.
I will... I don't know what to do. I would just stay as I am, where I am. And can I ready an action? Ready.
What action would you like to ready?
Yeah. Ready a bite should this fire person comes and damage my friends.
Okay.
Within
No
melee range. Yeah. Thanks.
All right, Isaac, it's your turn.
Okay, reluctantly, I'm going to step in front of this one to try and cover Vorkris.
No worries.
And use mirror image.
All right. So, as he steps in front of you, Chris, you can now see 3 additional Isaacs that sort of appear around there. You kind of have like a mirage-like effect to them, but it's difficult to tell exactly which one is Isaac at the moment.
I just see 3 beautiful, beautiful things appear in front of me.
All right, so that is your action. Any bonus actions, Isaac?
No, that's all I can do for now.
All right, so Bark is going to transfer his hunter's mark to this one here, and he's going to call out, "Are we fighting these things? Or are we running? What are we doing?"
I'm going to try to talk to them, but I don't know how it's going to go.
Okay. All right, he's going to ready an action. Then he's going to ready his longbow attack action for the first one that tries to attack one of his friends. All right, Sparhawk, it's your turn.
I'm going to head off the middle one. That's also heading down towards Vorkris. I'm going to step in front of it. Shield raised. These things don't look good to me. I don't think we're going to be able to talk about, so I'm just going to try and hit it.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Ugh.
That is a miss. So you swing, and the creature kind of just where it would have found purple, the body in fact just becomes flame itself.
Okay. Bonus action. I'll try and use my shield mastery to knock it back.
Opposed athletics from it. That is a fail. You're able to withstand the heat generating from her. You push forward and you push it down to the ground.
Yeah, I was trying to just knock it backwards rather than...
Oh, knock it backwards, okay.
Action, basically.
No worries. So she is now pushed back 10 feet. Where she was, there maintains a small trail of fire. Okay. Agnes, it's your turn.
Okay, so based on looking at the one that Sparhawk, I'm going to put attacked in quotations.
Yeah.
Does it look angrier now than when we started?
It still looks maddened.
I am going to... He's just taking a phone call, give him 1 sec. 30 feet. Is this one within 30 feet? Oops, not that one. I'm going to take a step round just over here. And
Yep.
I'm going to do detect thoughts on this one here. I will put the description there. Ideally, I'm aiming for... there we go. I'm aiming for anything like, is it worried? Is it just scared and fighting us? That's ideally what I'm looking for.
If she has a creature, you should learn surface force. Okay, so the surface thoughts are, where am I? Where am I? What's happening? Burn, burn, burn.
Okay, so it's clearly scared. So I'm gonna like shout to everyone, and I'm gonna be like, "It's scared. Take a step back. I think it's worried. It's scared. It's attacking because it's pardon? Yeah, it's attacking because it's scared."
You assume.
That's the assumption I made from what I heard. So I'm gonna take some steps back.
Okay. Right. So, Vorkris, it's your turn.
Sorry, someone at the door. Okie doke. Right, so I will step forward.
Yep.
And I will attempt to say to that one, you mean you no harm? We prevented those evil hobgoblins from enslaving you as they were trying to do. And then I'm going to cast suggestion and say, why didn't you take your friends and go back where you came from?
Okay. So as you go to cast suggestion, as the magic sort of formulates over the creature's mind, you get the feeling it has absolutely no effect whatsoever.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case, and they're probably not happy that I tried it.
All right.
Yes, I will then take a step back.
Okay. Cora, it's your turn.
Cora doesn't know what to do. Cora's thought was that she was going to create some rain to put out some of this fire. So I think that I'm going to create rain, but I'm not going to try to put it. How flammable is everything around? Is the trail of fire maintaining like it's?
It looks like it's a magical fire that's that is being formed as the creatures are moving.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to talk to the one next to me, and I'm going to use my bardic inspiration die and see if I can get any information out of it, or at least try and calm it down.
Okay.
So do I need to roll some sort of?
Well, what are you going to do? You can't just roll. You have to tell me what you're going to do, and I'll tell you if that warrants a roll.
The one that's right next to me, closest to me. I'm going to say, wait. We don't want any more damage. We want to help keep peace. Just wait. Tell us how we can help you.
What language do you use?
Common.
Right. As you say these words to her, you can't tell if it's because she's so maddened by something that she doesn't understand, or she just doesn't seem to respond to the language at all.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do?
No, I think I'm going to then move closer to Agnes because she had taken a lot of damage, and she told us to back off. I want to check her out.
All right.
So 5, 10, 15.
Right, it is their turn. So, oh, dearie me. Okay, so.
That's never a good sign.
So this one's going to move here, stretch its head towards you, going to outstretch its hands, and she's going to cast Burning Hands. And it's going to get Isaac and Vorkris. So can you both make dexterity saving throws, please?
Oh no.
Yeah, Vorkris pulls it out the bag.
Right, so the spell save is 14. So you both fail, so you both take 11 points of fire damage. just envelops you both. That will activate Bart's action, who will then take a shot at that one. So that's going to hit it.
Wow.
For 7 piercing damage. Where the arrow hits, the arrow itself bursts into flames, but kind of like a bluish like flame just bursts out in the new puncture hole that is on this creature's body now. The creature doesn't seem to respond to the damage, but she's aware of it, if that makes any sense. Okay. This one is going to get up, and it's going to cast Scorching Ray at you, Sparhawk, the one that you just pushed.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3.
So
Only one of them hits. So that is 20 fire damage.
ouch. Okay.
So 2 of them go past your face. One of them hits you square straight in the chest. You are burned from that, and then it will continue to take its movement. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Get to there. This one is going to... It's going to get closer to you, and it's going to cast... Going to get straight there, actually. It's going to cast Burning Hands as well. It's not. It's going to fall just short of you, Agnes, but it's going to get both Emron and Cora. So can you both make dexterity saving throws, please?
Yep.
I apologise for being grateful it doesn't hit me.
Is a little bit worse for wear.
So Cora, you fail, and you succeed, Emron. So you take half damage. So you only take 3 points of fire damage. Cora, you take 6 points of fire damage. So she will continue. So it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh my god.
Wrong one. This one is going to also move to go here. So right. Okay. Emron, it's your turn.
Okay, bonus action. I'm going to just move the flaming sphere closer to us.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to move it now. So that's there. And then Emron just move up 1 and do backpack tactics at this fire person.
Yep. Let's make an attack roll.
Yep. 16 to hit.
16 is just a hit.
Okay, so it's 2d6 plus 3. Points of damage. And
10 damage.
yeah. So, and that's end of my turn. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, so as you reach forward to clump down onto it, the flames do reach out, but you will withdraw just in time before it actually truly burns you. And you can see the bite marks remain on her. She looks like she's been hurt, but her current mental state kind of ignores it a little. Okay, so that brings us back down to Isaac.
So I'll move around again. And would I have seen Emron attacking that other one and
Yes.
seeing it?
Yes.
So knowing hitting him is going to be no good, I'll try and put an Eldritch Blast on the one he was attacking.
Okay.
Aha.
So you go to cast a spell. You just blast steam out of your hands. You're running on Nancy, mate. Maybe you need a 2-minute break.
I am. Yeah,
anything else you want to do?
No.
All right. So it brings us to Bark. Bark is going to shoot the one that is by Cora, Agnes, and Emron. Hit. So
Ooh.
that's 8 piercing damage, followed by 3 Hunter's Mark damage for 11 damage in total. So the flames reach out a little bit, and you can see the body starting to crack from the impacts that it's had. All right, Bart is going to get the fuck away from the fire. All right, Sparhawk, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move after the one that moved away from me, around Cora's weapon.
Yep.
I don't have any range, so I'm just gonna have to smack it.
Okay. You swing wildly, and you do connect. However, the flames blast your blade backwards. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Right, Agnes, it's your turn.
I'm going to do with the detect thoughts. I'm going to spend an action to see what is going on in this.
Right, so she needs to make a contested intelligence check. Is that right?
It must take a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. 6.
So that's a fail. On a failure, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind.
All right. So I'm just having a look at this. All right. So as of right now, it is. It barely understands the world it is around right now. You get the suspicion that it was going through a process which was suddenly, it was a very normal and process that it may have experienced before, and all of a sudden it was disrupted and caused it intense blinding pain, which severely damaged its mind. And now it is in a world that it doesn't understand, a world not made of fire, not made of heat. It doesn't understand where it is. It doesn't understand what's hitting it. All it knows is that nothing's normal, nothing's right, and it can't go back, and it's in pain, a lot of pain.
How tall is it?
Huh?
How tall is it?
About 5'5".
It's taller than me, I should add. I was like,
I would say with that kind of knowledge, Agnes, with the deep in right, what remains of its mind suggests it probably came from the Fey realm.
Okay, it takes an action, so I'm gonna. I'm not gonna do anything, and I'm just gonna just cry a little bit and shed a tear and just feel sorry for it.
Okay.
For, bonus action pity.
All right.
Does that works?
Go ahead and make a charisma check.
Just a straight charisma.
Yeah. Everybody within 30 feet of Agnes sees this and also feels a little bad. Okay. Chris, it's your turn.
Focus doesn't obviously know that, so it doesn't feel bad at all.
No?
I mean, I would do. I generally would, but I don't know. So I am going to toll the dead on the one over by Agnes.
All right, wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Fail.
Ow. Has it been hurt yet or not?
Yes, it has.
Happy days. Turn orders in the way. I couldn't roll a d12. 6 points of damage.
So once again, you'll hear "Gong!" and the flames that encompass it lessen a little. Emron, you can go ahead and I want you to go ahead and make an intelligence check, please. That's a save, so can you re-roll that as a check, please? I'd do it if it was the other way around, if you rolled high, just so you know. All right, so as you're now quite close to this thing, Emron, in your studies, especially of the Feywild, you recognise this as an Oread. It is a creature of fire that serves a purpose in the Fey realm. They are considered a nymph. They embody wild might of flames and volcanism and the hidden forces of the earth. They are generally lawful creatures. Like, they enjoy burning things, don't get me wrong, but they have a purpose about them. They don't just burn things indiscriminately. They follow a function. Knowing that, what you're seeing now is a twisted form of it. Whatever it once was has been reduced to a husk of itself. So, Walkers, did you want to do anything else?
No, that will be me. I will just brace myself for the pain that's probably coming next turn.
All right. Cora, it's your turn.
Okay. The one over by Isaac and Vorkris has taken damage.
Yes, it has. The only one who hasn't taken damage is the one that Sparhawk is fighting at the moment.
Fading out.
Okay. And then just to figure my mechanics out, as a bonus action, can I make a melee attack with my spiritual weapon and also use Toll the Dead on the other one by Isaac and Vorkris?
Yes.
All right, then that's what I would like to do.
So I'll do the wisdom save first.
Okay.
Fail.
Okay. All right, and then how do I? Because I didn't put out.
Since it's already hit, this will be a D12 of damage against her.
D12.
Nice.
So, now all of you basically just hearing these church bells going around somewhere. The flames on this one around you, Vorkis and Isaac, is also lessened. And then at the same point, you mentally command your spiritual weapon to take a swing at the one by Sparhawk. So go ahead and make an attack roll with it. That's a hit. Roll damage.
Oh, at what level?
It would be the standard one that you cast it at. You didn't say you were going to cast it at another high level.
Yeah, no, I didn't. It just is asking me.
Because you can cast it at a higher level, which will increase its damage output.
Okay. Well, it's only the lowest it's giving me is level 2.
Level
Yeah, that's the lowest you can cast it at. So that's 9 force damage against that one. So the mice comes down and whacks her across the chest. Flames burst out. As you can see, her chest is cracked a little bit, but that's the first type of damage she's received, so she's got plenty to go on. Did you want to do anything else, Cora?
I think that... No.
All right.
I'm good.
So this one is going to move... Oh, no, get rid of that. I want a red one. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So Sparhawk, you get an opportunity attack
Okay.
as it moves there. And that's a hit.
Can I dump a divine smite into
Yeah, of
him?
course you can.
Okay, so I'll do that as well. So it's
Right, so that's 8 plus 9 plus 2, so it's 11 plus 8, so it's 19 points of damage against her. So as you swing forward, you channel your energy into the blade itself, which starts glowing a divine energy. As you strike her across the back, it explodes in pure radiance. She goes tumbling a little bit from the damage, but continues on her path, sprouting the flames across, but you've definitely damaged her. And when she gets there, she stops, turns towards Agnes Cora, and Elrond raises her arms and casts Burning Hands. So can I get dexterity saves from all of you? The one that's beside you doesn't need to, because, believe it or not, she is immune to fire. Alright, so fail, and Agnes, you succeed. So you only take 4 points of fire damage. The rest of you take 9 points of fire
Yeah,
damage.
that's exactly what I needed to go down.
So, as the flame stretches forth from her hands and then dies away, Agnes has dropped to the floor. Her clothes are currently on fire. All right.
Oh my god, not my clothes!
It's going to stop there. This one is going to make multi-attacks.
How many points of damage did you say? Sorry.
9 points of fire damage. And this one is going to make 2 fiery touch attacks against Cora and Emron. So, like, one for each of you. So, Cora and Emron. So, miss against Emron. But Cora, it reaches out and grabs you, and the flame breathes out, and you take 8 points of fire damage.
Okay, I believe that drops me to 0.
Thought you had 16 HP left, from my understanding.
But then I took the 9 from...
Oh, yeah, so Cora will then drop. Alright, so then with that, Cora falls over backwards. Currently her armor is scorched black, flames flickering across it. And then this one over here is going to reach out with fiery touches attack against Isaac and Vorkris. So one against Isaac, and one against Vorkris.
So I can switch it to my mirror image with that 6 or above if I've got 3.
Yes, so with 6 above. So the flame reaches out and grabs one of the mirror images, and it immediately bursts into nothingness. However, the other one does get you, Vorkris.
Yeah, that hits me.
You take 8 fire damage as it grabs onto you. And then it continues moving on its way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So both of you get opportunity attacks. But
Yep.
Isaac, you are now surrounded in flame. It's getting hot.
Yeah. Wow, I got a crit.
Oh,
Nice.
but that's definitely a hit, so go ahead and roll damage. Alright, so you rolled... You rolled maximum damage, so 13 damage against her. So, seeing an opening, you get out your wooden quarterstaff and whack her across the back. The end of the staff, after you hit it, it's got a tiny little spark on the end of it that, if you don't do anything in the next few minutes, could turn into an actual fire. But you hit her real good. You actually whack off some of the volcanic glass that's attached to her skin.
Nice.
All right. And then this one, Emron, you're going to get an opportunity attack as this one continues moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that's a hit against her. 5 points of piercing damage. So you're able to tear a bit of her skin / glass off, and you can see that she's quite weak now from what she was when she was first spawned a few moments ago. But that is their turn. So Emron, it is your turn now. Oh, I can't hear if you're talking, by the way.
Emron, can you hear me?
Kenny, if you're speaking, I can't hear you.
He is still muted on Roll20. On Discord even.
That would be why then you can't hear me. Sorry. Sorry about that. So Emron's going to drop Wild Shape back to himself and try to stabilize Cora.
Okay.
What is it? A medicine check?
Do you have a medicinal kit?
Have I? No, because we were going to buy some.
Yeah. So
I've got herbalism kit, but that's not the healer's kit.
No, it wouldn't. So if you don't have any healing, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Okay. $19.
You're able to put out the fires on her, and you get the feeling that from doing that, she has stabilized.
Okay, so that takes my action, doesn't it?
Yes, it would. Yeah.
Okay. That's all I can do because I'm surrounded by fire as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just drag Cora away from the flame?
Of course you can. Yeah.
Thank you.
You still have your flaming sphere up, just so you know.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'll move that away from me now.
I don't want to add more fire to the situation.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, Isaac, you're up. You can no longer see the others through the flames. You know, Vorkus is very right beside you, but your view on the others is now what's the word I'm looking for? Shielded by the flames.
Okay. Would I be able to use an Eldritch Blast to blast my way through the fire and put it out?
It wouldn't. You would innately know that force damage has no effect against magical fire. No, you can.
Yeah,
you can rush through the flame. That's fine.
So I can't see where the other ones are. Oh, is this one right in front of me here?
Yeah, you can still see that one.
Yeah, well, I'll back away a little bit from the fire.
Yeah.
Just do the classic warlock at it.
Yeah, say the line, warlock.
I'm not having much luck with it.
It misses her, goes for the flame. Sparhawk, your flames are all around you, and you see this bluish little blast just go by and just crack against the tree beside you. All right. Did you want to move anywhere else, Isaac?
This one's away from all the fire, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
All right. Bark is. Let me see what Bark actually has got. He's going to go, fuck this. Going to get close to you, Agnes, right there. Going to block her off, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Nice.
So that's 8 healing back to you, Agnes. So he's got 2 spell slots left. 1 spell slot left. Okay, so when you come to consciousness, flames everywhere, but Bark is there with his awkward smile. And you can feel the flames recede, your burn marks somewhat lessen. Okay, Sparhawk, it's your turn.
So I'm completely surrounded.
Not yet. You could technically go that way and then that way.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna make my way around to try and get out of the circle of flame to here.
Okay, that's fine.
And then this one's looking pretty battered, I believe. So
yeah, she is. She's the most hurt out of them. That's a hit. So that's another 10 points of damage. You reach forward and slash with all your might, and you actually cut off one of her arms, which immediately dissipates into ash and fire. She screeches out in pain, but she's still alive.
As my bonus action, I'm going to try and knock her prone.
Okay, that's an opposed athletics check from her. 13. You bash into her, but she maintains her stance.
That's me done.
All right, Agnes, you are conscious.
I'm going to stand up. I want to try and get around the other side, but can I go through Bark? Will he let me through?
Yeah, no, you can go through your allied space. You just can't be in the same space as
Okay,
them.
I just want to move away from the fire. I'm very aware I'm close to the fire.
Yeah.
And I'm going to... Okay, I'm going to just stab her.
Okay, make an attack roll.
And cry at the time because I feel so bad that I'm
That's a
hurting
hit.
her.
She screeches out in pain as a blue flame splouts out from the piercing mark that you gave her. She is certainly very sluggish now. She's on her last legs.
I'm like a bonus action apologising. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know you're
Oh,
hurting
that's quite
so
all right. Let's have cool, shall we? Forget about the husband.
It makes me feel better.
All right. Anything else?
Can I see Sparhawk through the fire?
You can see it. You can just about see him. I'd say, yeah.
I'm going to say, Sparhawk, do it! And give him bardic inspiration.
There we go.
Thank you. I will.
Okay, Vorkris, it's your turn.
Okie doke. So Vorkus is also going to move away from the fire.
Yep.
And just getting down to about here, can see the one by Agnes.
Yep.
Sorry, Sparhawk, I just think you can take care of yourself a little bit better. And I'm tolling the dead on the one, on that one. So DC 13. Wisdom save.
20.
Damn it. Yeah, they have to make one eventually.
But nothing seems to happen.
And that's pretty much me. So I will end my turn there.
Cora, it's your turn. You are surrounded by the flames.
Oh, I'm a bellend.
Yes. So what
Mainly 'cause
happens?
I wasn't on mute.
have 0 hit points.
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh, that's right. So you are stabilized, which means you are not going to die, which means you don't need to make any death saving throws. Unless they attack you, or you take some damage, which means you instantly take death saves. So unless somebody gets you up, you're out.
Okay.
All right. It's their turn. All right. This one is going to go in this direction. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Sparhawk, you will get an opportunity attack.
Okay.
That is a miss. So you do have inspiration, though.
I may as well use it.
Yep.
So that's a D6, yeah?
D6, yeah.
Nice.
That makes it a hit.
Nice.
So that's 11 points of damage against her. So you cut her well. And she sort of spins on the spot, and now she's very, very sluggish. But as she does that, she looks at you, points, and flames erupt from beneath your feet as she uses her reaction.
Okay.
That's a second level spell. So can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Ooh, that's not good. So with my shield proficiency, that shield mastery, that helps me, that doesn't it?
Add your shield onto your dexterity saves.
Yeah.
It's not going to do anything.
You bring
I
your
don't think
shield
I
up,
did that much,
but
Sparhawk.
not in
That would be
time.
impressive.
You bring your shield up, but not in time. The flames erupt beneath you. You take 20 points of fire damage from Hellish Rebuke.
Oh shit.
20.
Yep. They cast it as a second level, so
That's me down.
So Sparhawk drops to the ground. And when they get there, Vorkris is going to reach out.
Touch space.
She's going to throw 2 fire bolts over at Bark, actually. Miss and miss. So, this one is going to continue onwards into the flames. So, unfortunately, Sparhawk's down, so it can't do anything. We get to there. So, 5, 10, 15,
Oh my god, coming back for us.
25, 30. Gets there, and when she gets there, she is going to do 2 flaming touches, fiery touches towards you, Emron.
Okay.
18 and 15.
Quick check. My armor class 15.
So 2 hits.
Yep.
So you take 24 points of fire damage.
Woo! 24.
Hot.
24.
And that's right. And then that one down there is going to do 2 fiery touch attacks against Bark. Hit and hit. So it's now 24 damage against Bark. He's looking hurt from that. And then it's going to continue on its path. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So Bark and Agnes both get opportunity attacks. Both of you guys miss.
Yeah, I look crit. I can imagine
Okay.
the rapier is just too hot.
Hot. All right, Emron, it's your turn.
Okay. There are 2 things I can do, but I don't know which one to do. I think I'm going to first of all. Can I cast Healing Word on Cora? Will she wake now because she's stable?
Yes, I'd say if she's stable, Healing Word will be effective on her.
Okay, great. So I'll do a bonus action Healing Word on Cora.
Okay.
So she gets 5 back. And I'm going to say to her, Cora, heal yourself up as much as possible. I have a plan that can get us out here. We have to stay alive. And then Emron's going to move just here in between.
Yep.
That's it.
You still have an action.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, that one around you looks very hurt. Like, her body is failing.
Right, okay. In that case, I'm going to go for quarterstaff bash.
Make an attack roll.
Ooh!
What'd you get? That's a hit.
Yes.
I assume you're doing it with 2 hands, won't you? Because you don't have a shield.
Yes.
So that's 7 points of damage. So you bring the quarterstaff down and crash it into her face, and with that, a crack emanates from her forehead down to her body. She screeches out. As he dissipates into flame and ash.
Woo! Yeah. Emron's a bit surprised that actually worked. Okay. Thank you.
All right, Isaac, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go head down and try and run through the wall to...
Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yep.
So that's a fail, so you'll take full damage. You will be taking 5 points of fire damage.
Oh, it's not too bad. Let me see where I was going.
So you go, you jump through. You basically just like getting the flames off your sleeves.
Then, seeing as it's not been effective, I'll try use Toll the Dead on this one next to Vorkris.
All right.
Everybody else has been using it and it's worked.
14. What's your spell save DC?
14.
Nothing happens.
Damn.
Elsewhere in the forest, a random explorer is going, is somebody getting married?
The funeral.
Alright, it is Bark's turn. Bark can't see very well from there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to fire his shot. No, he's going to transfer his hunter's mark to her and fire a shot. That is a miss. Just gets enveloped by the flame. Okay, Sparhawk, can I get a death saving throw, please?
Sure.
1 success. All right, Agnes, you're up.
I am going to go on the right screen. Would be a good start. 1, 2, 3. Can I see round here or do I have? No, I'm just gonna go right here. 4 or 5.
You can see them both there.
I'm going to remember what the name of it is. Dissonant Whispers, the one that's in front of Vorkrus.
All right, is that a wisdom saving throw?
I will put it in the chat because yes, wisdom.
Okay. 9, that's a fail. This one already used its reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke, so it won't move. It takes 7 points of psychic damage. And as you go to cast the spell, Vorkrus, you can hear or even see this creature just sort of twist its head a little. And it just goes, ah! And it sort of implodes in itself, crunkles up, and just bursts into flame and ash.
And get to that.
Yep. I only had 7 HP left as well, so. Okay. Right, Vorkrus, it's your turn.
Awesome. So I look at the last remaining one, and I move there, move around the dead body of the flaming thing, all the way back to there, and I will cast All the Dead again. D13 wisdom, please.
11, that's a fail.
Ooh, take a whole 2 damage, you bastard.
The flames lessen, but she's still standing.
And that is me.
All right, Cora, it's your turn. You've come to consciousness and you're currently prone.
Okay, so I'm assuming falling to 0 made my spiritual weapon dissolve, yes?
Yes, that's correct, yeah. So I'll get rid of that.
Okay, so Emeron told me that I needed to heal myself. So I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with... I think cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
So that is a D8 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 6.
Sure.
So,
your spellcasting modifier is not 6. It's your it's your wisdom score.
okay, so then 4.
Yeah.
And then D6 plus 4.
So 5 hit points back to you.
Okay.
So you bring forth the divine eminence of your holiness within your hands, and you start pulsating it over your body, and you can feel some of the burns lessen, but it's very hot here. You're beginning to cough because of all the smoke. It's hard to concentrate. All right, it is her turn. She's going to continue moving. Actually, this one is going to move here. And then she's going to cast Scorching Ray. At 2 at Vorkris and 1 at Isaac.
The first 2 at me.
Yep.
God damn it! Will you stop rolling 1 above my fucking maximum thing if I do shield?
No. And then 1 against Isaac.
Well, that's probably me dead.
Oh,
That is not that one.
Alright, so Vorkris.
Oh, I can't even change it.
Alright, so that's 11 points of fire damage against Vorkris.
Walkers are still standing. Just.
And then 18 points of fire damage against Isaac.
Yeah, I'm down.
Alright. That's her turn. Emron, you're up. You outside the flames, you can still hear the sounds of explosions. So we go, ah!
Okay, Emron's going to say to Cora, look, this is my plan to get us out of here. I'm going to turn into a direwolf again, and I'm going to toss you onto my back, and I'm going to jump over, okay? Hang tight. Try not to get burned too much. So with the remaining wild shape, he's going to turn to a direwolf.
Yep.
Throw Cora onto his back. And
Are you willing, Cora?
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's fine.
So we jump out this direction as far as we can.
Can you both make dexterity saving throws?
Yeah. Dexterity. Oh, here we go.
So, M1, you succeed.
Okay.
Cora, you fail. So, Cora, you take 4 points of fire damage. M1, you take 2 points of fire damage.
Okay. But we're out, right?
You're out, yeah.
Okay.
Move myself in a second. Oh, yeah.
And then everyone crouches down to let Cora get off herself.
All right.
And then do I have any more movement?
So you were there, so 5, 10. So you were moving at half movement to when you had Cora on you, so that would be 10, 20. Oh, so. Yeah, so 10, 20. You've used 30 feet of movement to get there, I'd say.
Okay, I still have 20 left, so
Yes.
I'll go this way. 10, 20. Here. End my turn, thank you.
All right. Well, you still have an action. You can dash if you want.
Oh yeah, let me dash. Where that one's still alive, isn't it? Let me dash. So that's okay.
I can assume you will go off the map to get around that wall of fire.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the maximum I can do to move around to where Fortress is?
Well, if you use your action to dash, you can do another 50 feet of movement.
Yes. 5, 10, 15. Is that, am I right? Am I doing this right?
Each square is worth 5 feet, so.
Okay.
So you were there, so yeah, you can just get to Vorkris.
Yeah, let me just go here.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Right, so, so Isaac, can I get a death save from you, please?
Oh no.
1 fail. Bark can't see her very well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He knows she saw her go in there, so he's going to make an attack at a disadvantage because he can't see her. So that'll be the 14, which is unfortunately a miss. Does not make any impact. I'm just having a look at his bonus actions here. No, that's all you can do for now. Sparhawk, can I get a death save from you, please?
Yep.
1 success.
Ooh.
Agnes, it's your turn.
I am going to just need to check exact wordings, obviously, because I can't see her either.
If you move around to Emron and Vorkis' position, you would be able to see her.
2, 4, 5. Can I see her from here? Because literally 6 is right underneath
Yeah.
Emron. So
that'll be fine. If you go one more, that'll be fine.
okay, I'm just going to do vicious mockery at her.
Okay.
Because-
So wisdom save from her. What do you say to her?
I know. I can't.
What do you do to mock her?
I can't believe you burnt me, bitch. And just like, I was trying to be nice to you.
Ah, sorry, she made it.
Oh,
So, despite the magical energy charged behind your words, it doesn't seem to have an effect.
Bonus action, stroke and run behind the ear and give him bardic inspiration. Then
Okay, there we go.
thank
Right.
you very much.
Vorkris, it's your turn.
Okie doke. Vorkris is going to surprise everybody. Do Toll the Dead. I have two options: it's Toll the Dead or Firebolt.
Yeah, nearly all of your offensive spells are fire, aren't they? So
Yes, unfortunately, and I also have no level 2s, which means I don't have to have any level 1 attack spells prepared anyway. But if I did, the only extra one I'd
that's a
have is
fail.
Healing Hands. Yeah, so take 12 damage. Yeah, sorry, D12. Oh, no, take 12 damage.
all right. How would you like to finish her?
Just the sound of dong, and she just like kind of disintegrates from the inside out and just collapses into a pile of
Nice.
ash. And then I collapse into the floor and go, fuck me.
So gong! She freezes on the spot, and her body just goes limp, and the flame dies away, and she just crumbles into ash, leaving the only bits of them that remain are the glass scales that are attached to their skin. However, with that, the magical fires seem to die away over the course of a few moments, and eventually all that's left is a scarred remains. And you can see Sparrowhawk and Isaac on the ground.
I dash over to Isaac, but there's not actually a lot I can do. I don't have anything to get him up.
Cora's gonna run over. Oh, not like that, she's not.
Well, we're not in combat anymore, so movement doesn't matter.
Okay. And then I am going to shout to everybody who needs it to, I can do it as Cora. I can't believe this happened. Everybody come close. If you're within 30 feet of me, I can give you some healing.
Whoop! Yes, please.
So up to 6 creatures of my choice that I can see within range regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus my spell casting ability modifier.
Emron's going to say, stop, don't do it yet. We have to stabilize the other two to get the benefit to them. Otherwise,
Is this a trait or is it mass healing word?
Sorry?
Is this a trait that you have or is it mass healing word?
Prayer of healing, I
It's
think.
prayer of healing.
Then it's fine. You don't need to.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
open them up.
Okay,
So-
sorry, go ahead.
Okay. All right, so 2d8. Well, I'm gonna just put this here. Prayer. And
That's 15 healing back to everyone.
Wow, that is nice.
Amazing. Thank you, Cora.
That's like half my health. But it's over half my health.
so that is, how many people do we have? 1, 2.
Everybody can get it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, one person can't get it, so you have to elect who doesn't get it.
Cora would then probably tell everybody else that can have it.
Oh, sweet. Self-sacrifice. Isn't that nice? Everybody give a round of
That
applause.
is.
We're gonna cocoon her to
Thank
make
you,
sure she
Cora.
never goes down.
Form a protective circle around Cora at all times.
Just for completeness, Sparhawk will go up to Cora. As he's thanking her, he'll put his hand on the shoulder and give her 15 hit points with lay on hands.
Okay.
Nice.
And she's going to
So-
start crying.
So, Cora, so Sparhawk comes up to you and without consent places his hands on you and makes you feel good about yourself. However, the sounds of the forest returns, the chirping of the birds does return after a few moments after the sounds of explosions and fighting dissipates. What do you guys want to do?
Should we investigate these glass scales?
Hell yes.
Caius
I
is
kind
interested.
of crawl forward, still feeling half dead.
What are we going to do about our prisoner? And I'll gesture to the one I knocked out on the floor.
Oh, did you knock one out? I didn't even know you knocked one out.
Yeah, one's knocked out.
This one.
Oh,
Does anybody have anything to restrain him?
we have
As
rope,
he wakes up?
right?
Yeah, we should have some.
Yeah, Emron's got rope.
Oh, good.
Let me just check something. He would not have survived. The flames went straight through him.
Oh no.
I just wanted to check.
As soon as the lions came back,
I mean,
was
that's
like,
fair.
oh no.
Yeah.
So I thought I took care of that, I'll be honest, but
I believe Caius would be very interested in these scales. If we can remove them from the remains.
well, that's all they are. That's all that's left of them.
So there's no cutting them off, burnt.
No.
We can just.
They are very hot to the touch.
Like, if we know, we can try and secure the area, take 5 minutes to sit down, wait for them to cool down. They cool down, very quickly now they're not on fire.
Well, didn't it take 10 minutes for that prayer of healing anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, would that count as a short rest then?
No, a short rest is an hour.
Okay.
I was thinking more cooling down periods for the scales.
The scales do not cool down.
Ooh, interesting. That sounds like they're valuable. And we gather them all up and still. We haven't got a bag, have we?
Yeah. So if we put them in the bag, is the bag going to set on fire?
You don't know.
Sparhawk's going to get his bedroll out and lay it out. And then, using his sword, sort of flick the scales up onto the bedroll to see if they burn it.
They don't burn it, but they are definitely singeing the bedroll.
Okay. So if
I'd
they
happily
stay-
pour some. I'd ask you before I do this because it's your bedroll, but I can pour a water skin over the bedroll, which will hopefully give it some insulation and give us a bit more time before your bedroll vanishes into a pile of flaming dust.
You get the feeling these are the type of things that if you hold them for more longer than a minute, you'll probably take a point of fire damage, but they're not that hot to start fires.
So, good thinking, Volkris. Let's soak this bedroll, put the shards in there, and roll the bedroll up so they're well wrapped in.
And I pour my water skin all over Sparhawk's bedroll, trying to restrain a chuckle as I do so.
No worries. It looks like Sparhawk's definitely wet the bed. However, you were able to gather up three Fey body glasses.
I would stick them in the loot bag. What are they called? Three
Fey body glasses.
body glasses, and I put in brackets the scales things.
Yeah.
Just because you mentioned these were Fey related, I want to have a good hunt around this area for some herbs.
Okay, go ahead and make a nature roll.
Oh, can Emron do that as well?
Of course.
And Cora.
So working together are you guys having a short rest?
That would.
I mean, I think that's probably a good idea, a short rest, actually.
I think we definitely need to sit down at the very minimum.
All right. So working between all of you, Volkris, Emyon, and Cora, you find 3 herbs that you have no idea what they do. One of them is a yellowish mushroom with black spots. you're able to fill up a satchel of that. One of them is a red-petaled flower with kind of a yellow stem. And the other one is a solidification of some kind of wax, reminiscent of a beehive, but there are no insects around. And it's Cora who discovers that one.
I have them all written down on my sheet, but if anyone wants any of them, that's obviously fine. I just wrote them down to.
Yes, please. Let's all have a bit of each, if that's okay with you, Cora, as well.
Yeah, would you say a bit of each? Of course.
Yeah, we all share it basically.
Yeah, so we had a satchel of the yellowish mushrooms, so we can probably split them. But I mean, to be fair, most of them will probably. I'm assuming we're going to take them back to Zaza and get them identified by him.
Well, in all honesty, Cora, with that nature check, I'd say that probably goes on to trying to identify exactly what these herbs do. You get the feeling, just from the coloration of the mushrooms, that they're more of they're an edible food source, and that if left to grow in darkened, grassy areas, they could expunge and procreate very quickly. They don't appear to be poisonous or anything, so it looks like you've discovered a new source of edible mushroom. The flowers seem to secrete a kind of fluid that, if taken with water, perhaps warm water, would be a good way to treat diseases. It'll be a sort of minor diseases and the like. The wax itself is effectively a flavor enhancement for food.
Or ale.
Ooh. If you applied heat to it and melted it, what you would have would be akin to honey.
Sorry, did we say we were taking a short rest?
Yes.
How many hit die is a short rest again?
However many you want to expend.
If everyone does that, I'm also going to do Song of Rest as well, which is extra, so don't use all of them.
Is it an extra D6?
Yes.
It is an extra D6, yeah.
On each or just one?
Just once.
All right.
Just once, yeah. What
And
song
I'll
do
play
you
the
sing?
bagpipes.
Oh. Bagpipes, where are you? There we go.
Wow. two hit dice and that Song of Rest got me 25. I'm quite happy with that.
So, Agnes... Agnes enthusiastically plays on the bagpipes. Oh, I'm wrong. Oh, no.
I know. At least I rolled the D6 for bagpipe.
Yeah.
So we each individually roll our own d6 from Agnes's bagpipe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Looks like everybody enjoyed your bagpipes a little bit more than you did, Agnes.
I was trying to tune it halfway through playing, and it just didn't quite sound right to me. It was obviously a dodgy song. Probably something along the lines of Amazing Grace, which sounds awful.
All right. So,
Just before we
are in the process of your short rest. If you would like to discuss anything, please do so.
Question
do
about
the right thing there?
the nature of speak with leaf. I couldn't find as a verbal thing, power of speech with beast and leaf.
Yep.
Would I be able to talk to the earth around me, the plants around me? Maybe
Yeah, if it was a Maya plant, yeah, like grass or something like that, or a leaf.
Okay. All right. So, do I ask it a question? I could just put my hand to the ground, both of my hands on the ground, look up to the sky and then to the trees all around me and say, Bearvan, Wild Wanderer, please, if there's anything you can tell us about the happenings here, show me what has taken place.
No response to that.
Okay.
You might have just asked the wrong question. You might have asked them to do something that's beyond them.
Okay. Then I'm going to keep my hands on the ground and just stare intently around the circle, and I'll say, was this evil?
You hear a voice slither inside your head. And it just says, "You're on my head."
Who are you?
I don't know. I didn't even know I could talk. You think the voice is emanating from a tuft of grass that your hand is currently on.
Am I hurting you? I'm gonna move my hand just a little bit.
It feels weird.
Sorry. What was what took place here evil?
I don't know. I've never seen it before.
Did it?
No, I didn't know I could see things. It just, happens. And it's like, wow, we're all on fire now. That's cool.
Did it feel good within your being? Did it?
No, a lot of my friends just died from being on fire, actually.
I will look up to the sky and again ask Bearvan, please, I beseech you to heal what has happened here, what has damaged the earth and nature, and bring peace back to this area.
Well, if you could not start any more fires, I think that would probably be the best way.
We did our best to take control of that. I'm so sorry for what happened to you.
It's all right.
Well, if there's, Cora can't think of anything else to say.
From everybody else's perspective, it looks like Cora's kind of like kneeling down on the ground and whispering to a tuft of grass.
So Cora is just going to rest her forehead against the ground and say, thank you for your knowledge, and I wish you well, and get up because I can't think of anything else.
Okay, bye. Come back soon. I've never spoken to anyone before.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure meeting you, I guess.
So then I will look around and let everybody else know. So I've just spoken with the earth, and it doesn't seem to really have any understanding of what's happened here. And then I'll look at Emron as a druid and say, Emron, are you getting any feelings of anything else that has taken place?
Emron's gonna shake his head to Cora and said, well, I've tried twice now speaking to animals on this land. They're both a bit dickish, to be honest with you. So I kind of think we've got to be choosy who we speak to with the nature around us, because they're just not that interested or, informed about what's happening. That's my, I've been taken advantage of twice now with animals. So I'm going to be not going to fall for that again, for sure. Yeah, so I kind of think it might be useful for us to pick some kind of plants or animals that have perhaps been here longer, they might be more willing to share the knowledge. We did meet like an elk once, and who was quite informative, but he or she have been here for a long time, which could be the reason why it accumulated knowledge. Yeah. Emron's gonna go and start looking at these fallen hobgoblins and search what they have, and if there's any indication of any clans they may be belonging to, or whether they're carrying anything of interest.
I want you to make an investigation check, please.
Emron's going to shout to you, are there anyone want to help? Look what's going on here.
I will happily.
Down to help.
Best you can find, Ron, that all they really have on them is really, really shitty longbows and longswords that are so poorly crafted that, if they take a good hit, they'll probably shatter on impact. Wick, Cora, going on between all of them. With the amount of bodies here, probably between them, they've maybe got about 6 silver pieces on them. And in terms of marks that identifies them, not really anything, to be honest. They do look malnourished, and they certainly smell like they haven't bathed in a while.
As far as hobgoblins go, do they look like the ones that we would have known in the old world?
They certainly look like the hobgoblins of the old world, but beyond that, no notable differences.
Okay.
So bearing in mind there were so many of them, do we see any marks of where they come from? Are there any trampling of bushes, or there was a small army of them after all?
Well, they scattered in all different directions, so that would be, at this point, even for bark, I would say that's kind of impossible to tell at this point.
Okay.
I think we should probably be thinking about making a move back to the I forgot the name of the town now. The town that was
Settlement.
Star Town. Yeah.
Make sure what was going on there. That was originally why we were on our way here. See if Star Settlement is still there and what's going on and why they did not send aid.
And Sparhawk's going to go and retrieve his horse and retainers.
So you go over to your horse, Gloria, impatiently awaiting your arrival. Your retainers are there. Harold is certainly happy to see you again. Oh, Master! We saw all kinds of explosions. We thought the rest.
I imagine I'm probably fairly covered, so I'm just going to say, and Kurik, and say, you've got your work cut out tonight, lad. And then my armor.
My lord, I was kind of hoping that I could, explore the sites a little in this new settlement. Get to know the people.
The ladies, you mean?
Oh well, if that happens to meet a lady whilst sightseeing, I can't control that.
We will see how quickly you manage to polish this armor, then, won't we?
Oh, Harold goes, please, can I help, sir? I'd like to do anything I can to help.
I'll step in and say, let the boy be a boy, and then I'll cast that to clean his armor for him.
Immediately, your armor is gleaming and spotless. Kuruk just looks at it and goes, you got to teach me how to do that.
I wish I knew how.
Oh, that's really powerful stuff. I reckon you make a really good squire.
No, not for me.
Can I sing a song of appreciation for you?
Sure.
Oh, the greatest person.
Oh,
Wait, that sounds lovely. Sorry, Cora, that sounds lovely.
Cora's gonna say, "You've always had such a beautiful singing voice." Thank you.
And Hawker would turn to Isaac and say, well, Perhaps it's the flush of victory and escaping near death once again, but this one time, only this one time.
All right.
Away.
Question, Isaac. If we need it, could your prestidigitation chill or cool down those pieces of glass?
I'm not sure, can it?
You can try.
I'll give it a go then. And then...
So you cast prestidigitation on the glasses, and they don't seem to decrease in temperature.
On that note, actually, Druidcraft, one thing that you can do is you can instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Yes.
Does that kind of implies that it can cool down anything? If it can stamp
Yeah,
out
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah. So,
No. And say, well, I mean, it's not really doing us any harm. It's nice and safely tucked up. Maybe if we do manage to cool it down, maybe they're not. It loses its magical properties and therefore is worthless to us. And while it's not doing us any harm, is it not make more sense just to let Sparhawk have a wet bedroll for the night? You can have mine tonight, no problem.
You can
fair
snuggle
enough.
up.
My lord's got a wet bedroll. That's all good. You can sleep with me tonight, sir. I'll be comfy. I promise.
Sorry, Albert. It sounds like Crick won't need his anyway.
I don't get it.
Long may that rain. Shall we move on to Star Settlement, friends?
One more thing before I'd probably mention, obviously, about what these things said and where they came from. They came from the Fey realm, and they were like not here willingly. The fact that there is someone trying to force things over from the Fey realm, it's not a good sign.
Ron, this is something you'd probably be able to know innately from your backstory, actually. When a Fey creature is summoned, it is generally friendly to the summoner. However, you have heard instances in history where a summoning has gone wrong, it's been misplaced or disrupted in some way, but it's already gone too far, and that causes Fey creatures to go berserk and attack everything in sight when they are summoned.
Okay, so I share that with all my friends here.
In fairness, I think Vorkris still has to tell everybody else because only Bark and Cora know what they were chanting to.
No, because Agnes...
I think they've worked out with the summoning by now when the things got summoned.
Yeah, they
Okay.
were summoned.
Okay.
But even if it wasn't a summoning, you would recognise it as conjuration magic, so...
I can just imagine Vorkris, like, after things have appeared and we beat them, like, by the way, guys, they were summoning something. And just everyone just throws things at Vorkris. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Right. So, with that, you brush yourselves off, mark it down, mark where you've been down, and continue on your path.
Well done for not dying, everyone, by the way.
It came really close.
Yeah.
You guys,
Pretty clutch.
do you guys not see the grey areas that have been?
No, I can only see the one grey dot now.
No, there's been no changes to what I did. So
I don't know what to tell you. At the first, it was all black, and then you clicked something. I heard you click something, and then one grey circle has appeared, which is presumably where we are now.
yeah.
But we can't see.
I wonder because we're not on the map. Try putting our tokens on the map. That might make
That
it.
was what messed it up last time. It wouldn't have the grayscale if our token was on there.
Hold on. What the hell's going on here? Right, there we go. Okay, so Explorer mode is on. This thing is generating lights, or it should be. All right. I have no idea because this was fine. This was fine. We tested
I could see the whole thing.
and
I could see the whole thing. I could see every.
Yeah, we did exactly what we were trying to do, and then I didn't do anything else. What the hell, Roll20? That is Alright. Okay. Did that do anything?
No.
No, still just a grey circle.
Well, I'm very sorry about this, guys. Okay, I'll fix this for another session. Alright, so you guys continue making your way in the northwest direction. The trees are still at a normal thicket, with clumps of forest here or there, but there are some openings where you can get across plains and such. And it takes you the better part of the rest of the day. But eventually you cross over a hill and you look down and you can see a river that splits two sides of this land. I'd say it's an average river, so not a massive one. But you can see a settlement that is built on the river itself, on both sides of the shore itself. And you know this to be the Star Settlement. From this distance, you can tell that there is something of a bridge that connects the two of them. There also appears to be a lot of... it looks like two different settlements, actually. Like two different settlements, but they're right next to each other in terms of structure and... How do I make it? On the side of the bank that you're on, it's forested with lots of plains. You can see a lot of the area has been turned into farmland. And then on the other side of the river, it's a very rocky, craggy area that stretches on for maybe about a mile before then, from your current elevation, you can see splits out into more plains, more forests. You continue on your way until eventually the sun begins to set. And eventually you get towards this town. Looks like they have built a small palisade around part of the perimeter of the settlement itself. You can see a number of buildings here that they look odd, in the sense that they're not structurally sound. Now, it's a small settlement with good access to farmland and timber from what you can see. The buildings, however, are ramshackle at best. Like half of them were built with proper stone and materials, and then the top half of the buildings is a collection of thrown together wood and thatch. They definitely don't look very stable. And as you make your way up to it, there's a small population here that you can see. And it looks like they're just settling up for the day. Once you start walking onto the street itself, it looks like they've formulated something of a dirt/cobblestone street. Definitely not finished by any means. These people turn to look at you, and they are definitely intrigued by you people. They've never seen anybody like you, maybe in a while. As you start walking down the street, you just like noticing all these people around. One thing you do note that there's a lot of people here are dressed in a specific uniform. There is a much higher ratio of guards here compared to New Uranium, but they are equipped with paw levers and mainly clubs and sickles. And the further inwards you go, there's a more heavy population of them towards the river. as you start walking throughout the markets who are closing up for the day, you can see that one market seems to, or one section of the market seems to have a good selection of pelts, herbs. Vorkus, you notice one particular market has a small number of components for sale.
Does anyone have Baytouch herbs? I run around excitedly checking every stall.
You do go to one, and she's like, you see a one woman, a bit frumpy looking, with a sort of red beetroot face. She says, yes, dear, that would be, I sell those sort of things, but I'm done for the day. If you would like to come back tomorrow.
I summon up every ounce of restraint I have and thank her very, very much.
Okay. But other than that, you have arrived in the Star Settlement.
So you said the guards seem to have poor equipment.
Yes.
The houses are very ramshackle.
Yes.
What about the civilians? Are they like in poor clothing, looking run down, or?
They definitely look like they've been working hard in the fields, but other than that, they seem to be in good spirits. It's definitely not as idyllic as New Uranium, but they seem to have made a life here.
The market stalls that we are walking past, do they seem like of the same quality of stuff, or higher or lower than New Uranium?
Different. More. It looks like they have a different kind of areas that they are able to forage from, and therefore,
Okay.
since they're more inland, they probably have. They have a much wider range of things that New Uranium simply hasn't had. Purely because New Uranium is so focused on building things at the moment that they don't have time to sort of fully map out their immediate area. Whereas this place, the Star Settlement, it looks like the buildings that have been made have been here for a few weeks at least, and no new buildings have been made beyond that. So it looks like they've made the place, and now they've searched the immediate areas and discovered a couple of things.
Sparhawk's on Gloria's back in his nice, magically cleaned armor, looking imperious, and he's going to go right up to a nearest guard and say, "You there? Who's in charge here?"
He looks at you and goes, "Hello, you new, Mr. Lord?"
I am. We've come from New Uranium. We're seeking the person in charge.
All right. And as he's looking at you, like he's a middle-aged man, like unkempt stubble, and he's giving you a very much a distrustful look. And he says, "Oh, Mr. Hoity Tighty on his big horse wants to speak to the big person. The rest of us not good enough for you. Why don't you fuck off over the river then, mate?"
I'm just going to tap my heels into Gloria, so Gloria basically gives him a shoulder nudge to knock him back a bit.
All right, go ahead and make an opposed athletics check with Gloria.
Okay. Where is it? So that's just strength.
Yeah. You push him over, and he immediately calls out and says, "Oi, help! Help!" Immediately, you can see about 3 or 4 more people carrying heavy clubs and in ramshackle leather armor come bustling over her as he sort of like skids away from you and like gets himself to his feet. They immediately get to his back and they go, "What's going on? What's going on? Mr. Righty fucking Lord, he just knocked me over on his big, expensive horse." "Oh, he did now, did he?" And they start circling around you. "We don't take kindly to fucking folk like you around here. Why don't you fuck off over the river, eh?"
Well, aren't you a bunch of friendly people here, welcoming to new visitors just interested in exploring your new land?
Well, you within then, are you, Dragonborn?
Yes, I am.
Well, then why don't you fuck off over the river, you highty-tighty cunt?
We will happily fuck off over the river once we've seen the guy in fucking charge.
Well, the guy in charge is going to tell you the exact same thing that we're going to tell you. Is that we don't want fucking anything to do with you fucking starfish successionists.
I mean, we've been here like 5 minutes. We got there like 3 days ago. We're doing them a favour. I don't know what your problem is between those settlements, but it's not our problem.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, sorry. When you said stars, right? Okay. Right. We've come from Uranium. I have no idea what you're going on about.
Well, Mr. Horseman over here, who's clearly highborn, straight from the old world, has obviously come here to tell us that he's in charge, that he's better than all of us. We fucked off away from the old world to get away from cunts like him, and now he's coming here trying to tell us what to do. We ain't having it. Fuck off over the river where the rest of you people are lying.
Cora's going to walk over to Gloria and stroke him down his nose and say, "Easy, easy," and turn and face the gentleman and say, I'm so sorry. It seems that we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
You within missing?
Yes, I am, but we are missing somebody named Gareth, and he came to this settlement, and we're just trying to find him.
Well, did he come to Star's Independence, or did he come to Star's Legacy?
I'm sorry. I believe that he came to see if he could get some aid for.
I don't know nothing about that, miss. Sorry about that, but you're currently standing in Star's Independence, and the people in Star's Independence don't want fucking laws like him coming here. You can fuck off to Star's Legacy, where people like you can watch your own asses.
Is that something you struggle with over here, where people wiping their own asses, or are you saying that lords can't?
Lords can't wipe their own asses. They pay other people to do that in the old world. Now they come to the new world. They discover they have to use leaves and all kinds of other things to wipe their own asses, and they don't like it.
I imagine that this Harold pipes up with, "My lord can wipe his ass."
Harold is not going to get involved unless you want him to.
No.
I think Cora is going to nudge the charismatic, gorgeous, bagpipe-toting Agnes. Say, do you think maybe you could bat your eyelashes and talk to these people?
I was too busy laughing. I don't have very good track records with noble people and lords and shit. Okay, I'm gonna say we don't mean any disrespect. We've just come over to find someone from New Uranium. All we want to do is just ask some questions. If this guy came from here, if he is local to here, then we don't know where he's gone. He's gone missing, and that's troublesome.
Make a persuasion roll.
I'm going to do lucky.
Okay.
It's better.
He looks at you and he says, "Look, if you want to speak to the person in charge, speak to Arano. Now, he's the one who kind of handles things here in Star's Independence, but the rest of us are a little bit too busy making sure that those fuckers over in Star's Legacy don't try to steal our shit. So if you wouldn't mind taking that cunt, send him in over the river so we've got one less traitor over here, then we'll all get along rather hunky-dory, as they say in your highborn castles."
He doesn't say anything. He's just too big for his boots. He just thinks he's better than everyone. We just let him go with it and just like, yes, of course, yes. You're the Lord, yeah.
Oh, you can't pull the fucking wool over my eyes, love. That armour, that horse, those people back there that are looking at him like they're in love with him, he's highborn. We don't want him here.
Yes, he's highborn, but he's done nothing since he's been here. He's with us. We don't even know who he is in Star's Legacy. Haven't even been there yet. Jumping to far too many conclusions, and it's not a very welcoming greeting.
Well, it's not a very. You don't get a welcoming greeting if you turn up on a bloody horse in shining armour.
Well, perhaps put a sign down the road explaining that, because, we didn't know
Who's got
that.
time for a sign because all those bloody buggers are trying to steal our shit?
So, but if you were nice to the people that arrived at the settlement, they might help you defend you against them.
We didn't know.
As it is,
Nobody was
I now
coming.
think you're a cunt, and I'm over to Star's Legacy to help them out.
Yeah, well, go on. Fuck off. See if we care.
Star's Legacy is the other settlement across.
You just go over the bridge and you don't come back, love.
No. I was looking to see if we could help, you out, and if there were people who were here trying to take your belongings. Certainly,
Yeah, those fees and Iborn over in Star's Legacy.
But apart from that, there is someone missing, and that's the only reason we're here, to try and find out where this person is.
Well,
If he's from here, surely that's going to be one of your brothers in this situation, you know?
I don't know nothing about that, love. Sorry about that. Look, if you want to speak to some missing person, go speak to Arano. He tends to hang around more the Mead area. He's a brewer.
Arano was that?
Yeah, Arano.
Okay. If we can get his lordship over here to get off his horse, and we escort him in, he trusts us. He won't cause any problems. Is that going to be all right? We are literally going to be here for an hour, speak to this guy, and then we can leave.
You'll be watched, especially with that shining armor of his. Like the rest of you, you look like you've been for the ringer. You could pass as, regular, normal folk. But him, obviously, he takes a lot of care. He comes to the new world, new beginnings, and all he cares about is looking better than everybody else. What kind
To
of...
be fair, his armor was filthy half an hour ago. Half an hour ago, his armor was absolutely filthy.
Well, you know what? I don't think I believe you, mate.
Can I use that spell again to make his armor dirty?
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Make it dirty.
armor...
Prestidigitation does not make people dirty, unfortunately.
Yeah, it says it soils the... You can clean or soil an object to make his
Okay.
armor.
So you're going to soil Sparhawk?
His armor. I'm just saying, is
But-
that good enough?
So immediately, Sparhawk's armor just gets covered in mud.
And Carrick's mate's ruined.
Correct. Correct. Just look rather disheartened. The rest of them just start laughing at Sparhawk, and the one that you've been speaking to just goes, "That's actually really good. I think it requires one final touch." He scoops some mud off the ground and he throws it at you. Slides down your armor. Yeah. He don't look so highball now, does he, lads? No, he don't. Ah!
Cora's gonna reach out and put her hand on Sparhawk.
Grinding teeth at the minute.
I would.
I just put my hand on you.
Grinding teeth.
I know.
Yeah.
I
So
know
long
this
as he
is
stays dirty like that, then maybe he won't start any trouble. But I would recommend him getting over the river as quickly as possible, because our job is to prevent the thieves over in Star's Legacy from stealing our shit. It ain't to protect, shall we say, passionate individuals from having some revenge against highborn folk like him.
say, if he thought about stealing anything from this villages, I think we'd all give him a clip round the ear roll before you even got to it.
Well,
Don't
that's
worry
good
about
to
that.
hear. That's good to hear, love.
Sparhawk, I need you to get off the horse.
He's already off.
So Sparhawk dismounts from Gloria, and is now on the ground in the mud.
Standing ramrod straight to attention. Like he's on a parade ground. With no expression on his face and grinding teeth.
We have an hour before they come and kill you.
Before they try.
Embron's going to say, maybe it's the best idea that we don't take you with us on this part of the village, because
No,
as we can
we'll
see,
sort it out. He's allowed in. It's fine. We just need to pop in and speak to the guy in charge.
Well, you
Right,
guys
I
are
think-
currently in the village at the moment.
I don't think it would do us any favors if we take Sparhawk with us to get information from this Arano guy. You know, we can see that people's backup is right. You know, people put the backup right away, and they see Sparhawk and his friends and his crew.
Really, now it's fine.
No,
Could he doff his armor and leave it with his retainers and come with us with a little...
Sparhawk's not wanting that.
I really think that he shouldn't come with us if we are after information in this village. We won't get very much compassion or friendliness from any of the locals. You know, if he accompany us. I mean, it won't take long, right? You just said that.
I mean, the other solution is that he goes over the Star's Legacy, where apparently folk like him are welcome.
Yeah, why don't you start making over the bridge and we'll catch up with you?
And Cora's gonna say, I don't know how I feel about separating.
I think you're better off just staying with us and just stay at the back of the party. Try not to draw attention to yourself. We'll just go in. We'll be in and out 5 minutes. We'll be quick.
I worry what would happen because we haven't actually met anyone at the other side. If they see someone coming in from his side, are they going to attack him and he's going to be by himself?
Yeah.
I know my duty. Tia has sent this challenge to test me. I will stand up to it.
Yeah, lads, he's got a boner for an imaginary god. Ah, what a dickhead!
So, Cora says, maybe we could all go over to this brewery and Sparhawk can stay outside, but we'll at least all be together and I'll stay with him and Gloria.
I think that's a great idea.
So
Do we know the way?
The guy you've been speaking to says, all right, well, if you're looking for a Rana then, as long as he stays dirty, go down the street, when you're near the river, when you see the statue, turn left, and it's the building with the red roof, and it's got a little pen outside of it for livestock.
We start heading that way. Shall we go?
Yeah.
All right. So you begin making your way through the streets. Harold catches up to you as you're walking Sparhawk, and he says, "Oh, let me punch him in the dick for you, sir, please. I can't stand that. How can I insult you? Do I not realise how great you are?"
This is a lesson we must all learn, Harold. Humility is an important trait.
Oh,
We can bear it. If I can bear it, you can bear it.
I thought it was it's humility. I thought it was humiliation.
They will learn.
As you say, boss. So, you make your way over to that specific area, as pointed out. People, as they're walking around, they're friendly enough to you, but once they do get a good look on Sparhawk and his armor, even though it's covered in mud, they kind of give him the stink eye a little. And as you're walking through, you guys kind of get the sense that there's something happened here that's kind of really turned people off.
You
from
think?
highborn folk. And it seems, from what you can tell, just from your brief conversations with the local populace and the guards, there seems to have been a schism or a split in the settlement. It seems that people on this side are very, very anti-Starfist, and the folks on the other side seems to be where all the pro-Starfist people went. For as far as New Uranium is concerned, this is just one settlement, but now getting here, you can immediately tell there are, in fact, two different settlements: Stars Independence and Stars Legacy. And you are currently in Stars Independence. So, making your way over, you find a specific building. Half of it doesn't actually have walls; it only has like flaps. Those flaps are currently open. There are stalls outside of it where you can see several large ramshackle kegs on the other side of this bar, where a lot of objects and tools are in place to start blending what appears to be different kinds of herbs, fruits, juices together, trying to come up with some kind of new, different flavor. There are two patrons currently sitting at it, as well as a half-orc with a lot of scars over his bold face, pointy ears. He's currently the bartender, a bit of a potbelly as well. He's cleaning a glass and pouring out what seems to be a reddish liquid for another individual who appears to be a half-elf with reddish-like hair, darkened skinned a little, kind of a well-kept chin beard as well. It definitely looks wizened. The other patron just appears to be a halfling with kind of mutton chops sort of thing. It looks a little intoxicated.
Emron's going to go up to the half orc and say, "Hi, we'll be looking for Arano."
Oh, yeah. Who's looking for it? Orano, then.
Well, we are travelers, and we are asked to speak to Arano so we can share a message.
Oh, it depends if Orano's looking to hear the message. What do you think, Orano? You wanted to hear a message? And he's gesturing towards the half-elf. He sips his drink, just goes, ugh. And he says, look, we're doing all we can to get what we need to build. I've had enough of complaints for today.
Yeah, this isn't about that. We're from New Uranium.
What? What? And he turns towards you. And he sort of gets the measure of all of you. And he says, look, I told the last guy I can't do anything. Is this the same thing about your predator problem?
Was that guy called Gareth by any chance?
I didn't catch his name. He came from the town guard or something like that.
Do you know what happened to him after we left here? Because that is one of the things we're doing, is trying to work out what happened to poor old Gareth. We haven't seen him since we sent him here.
Well, he came here asking for help, like I assume you guys are. I told them we can't help at the moment. And
we took care of that.
Oh, well, there we go. Well, then you don't need my help anymore. Lovely.
Well, now we're just looking for Gareth, and now we're trying to find out what's happened.
Well, he left, as far as I can tell, a day or two ago.
And what about Star Settlement? What's happened here? This was one place last time we heard about it.
You're currently standing in Star's independence, and we have declared independence from any form of the old world, and by extension, the Starfist royal family. And the reason we have named ourselves Star's Independence is because we shall always remember the tyranny and the oppression that we faced under their rule. And we shall never forget it. They'll always be a part of our history, and we shall always remember that we shall hate highborn folk that supported the royal family.
A very noble goal.
However, there were some people here that thought that the Starfists were all right people, and we should uphold their legacy and their honor, and we should learn from their example and live our lives as best as we can as citizens of the new colony of the Empire. Well, we told those people that we didn't want to live like that. They disagreed with us. So you know what they did? They took all the tools. They took all the building materials. Went over the bridge and they sealed it off. And now they won't let us construct our buildings. They won't give us the ability to shelter our children. They are literally waiting for us to starve out when the winter hits. Because they don't like the fact that we want to be independent.
I can sympathise with your plight. We can possibly talk to Star's legacy, see if there's any middle ground to be made.
What middle ground?
We obviously all worked together at one point.
Yeah, but that was before we realised just how much of cockmongers they were.
And I'm sure there's something that you have over here that they need.
Well, they have been telling us in our attempt to talk to each other that we are withholding timber for their forges and food for them. And I'll say, well, why don't you just, build your food, build your timber? That's what they did over in the old world.
Wouldn't it make more sense to maybe offer them an amount of lumber, an amount of food, in exchange for some tools?
We have tried, and they stark out refused to. We tried to work with them. We said, we'll give you this stuff so that you can, live your lives and live your way, as long as we get that stuff. And they said they were entitled to food. They were entitled to timber. And without their stuff, we wouldn't get anything. And I'm sorry, but we just didn't trust them enough to give them this stuff in a gesture of friendliness, because they look down on us. Like, they look at you, my friends, and they see nothing but dirt on their shoe. How dare it?
That's what most people see. I like it that way.
But it shouldn't be that way. That's the old world speaking, mate.
Yeah, but then
This is
people
the new
underestimate me.
world. This is the new world, and you don't have to feel like that way anymore. Everyone's equal. Everyone contributes. Everyone is valued here. They don't value people of lower birth over there.
These are wise words you speak. I can see why you have been chosen to lead these people. We can see if there is any agreement to be made with the other side. But as I said, ideally we came out here looking for Gareth. As it turns out, he left a couple of days ago. Maybe we'll get more information over there. But I do thank you for your time.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't help anymore. I'll be honest. But if New Uranium's looking for aid from Star Settlement, there's none to be found. Not whilst we can't build our houses here, whilst we can't create our shelter. There's no aid we can give.
Understood. As I said, the predator problem, we did manage to take care of that, but I'm sure that it would still be much more beneficial if both yourselves and New Uranium could work together in the future. Trading partners, it's important to have friends out here in the new world.
Well, we got nothing against them. If they want to trade with us, that's absolutely fine, but we're severely crippled at the moment. We cannot function as a settlement, and honestly, my friends, I don't like the look of that one in the back there, the one with the muddy armor. You can try and hide him as much as possible, but I don't like the look of him. But
I mean, he's just got here with us. He came from you, and we knew nothing of the issues you're having with Stars Legacy.
I understand that. I don't like highborn laws. I really don't. But I'm not stupid to turn away travelers. We're all in this world together. We've got to make the best of it. And that's us speaking, because we want to work together. We all equals here. Those people over the river, they don't view it that way. They don't view us as people. They view us as servants. But I'm digressing a little.
I understand. It is important to remember that not all nobles are the same, not all lords are the same. Sure, there's some good people over there, as I'm sure there's some bad people here. It's just the way of the world. Some people are good, some people are bad.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter about your morality. So long as you work together to get over the shared hardships that you have, you can really build something here. But they refuse to work with us. And as so long as they refuse to work with us, then there's no way that we can function. And it's getting to the point, my friends, that eventually we're going to have to cross that bridge in force and take what we need.
Don't do that. I've got an idea. I think if, he's one of us, he knows how it is, and I think he can speak on our behalf and maybe come to a deal. I know Sparhawk will want everyone to work together.
I'll be very, very surprised if they're even willing to come to the table, but you do you. You're not citizens here. I've got no right to say anything. You're free people here. You can do what you like.
Well, thank you for your time. Speaking to you was a lot more pleasant than speaking to the people you've got guarding your lovely settlement. Not very welcoming at all.
Well, they're on edge because we're expecting an attack from Star Legacy any day now. Because they haven't got much food left, and as far as I can tell, they haven't been able to get food. And I'm not giving them any food until they give us our much-needed supplies to survive the coming winter.
What time of day is it right now?
It's evening, so probably 6, 7 o'clock.
Should we stay in this part of the town overnight before doing anything else?
No, I'd suggest going over to Legacy soonish and trying to get to know someone over there, make a contact over there at least. Yes, I'm sure Sparhawk's very happy with that plan. But no, I reckon we can speak, and I'm sure there's middle ground to be had. This, as soon as there's a split anywhere, all the deep-seated things come out, but emotions will calm down, and these people were all working together. So they just need to maybe calm the other side down, maybe come to a trade agreement. Maybe make them respect that they want to be independent and that a partnership is much more beneficial than a slavery thing.
Look, it sounds good on paper, but I guarantee you, they ain't going to want to work with us. we're reasonable folk here. We're just a little passionate about our independence. They want us to be slaves and servants.
We'll see what we can do anyway.
All right, well, at least for what it's worth, welcomes to Star's independence.
Thank you very much.
And he goes back to his swill of a drink. So the party walks away, and you find yourself, you have a little bit of privacy. You're not near anyone. What's your next move? What you like to discuss?
Emron's going to tail back while the others walk away and approach Arano and say to him, "Friend, I totally understand your frustration. I myself did not trust the Starfists. I have my own reasons for doing so. And on our way to New Uranium from the old world, our ship was actually attacked by one of Starfist's company. Vilos?
Oh, the Vilos Trading Company.
Indeed. I have
They're
evidence.
They're here.
They are here?
No, as in, are they here?
Well, I cannot say for certain, but they definitely know of our existence here, and they sabotaged our ship and wanted to sink us. We were the only people that would survive from the whole, from the whole boat, from the whole ship. So, like I said, I do not trust them, and I never trusted them even before we boarded that ship. Just so you know, you have a kindred spirit, and I share the same temperament with you about them.
My friend, that's very, very valuable information, and I appreciate you giving that to me. Look, it's not much, but here. And he pulls out a small satchel and hands it to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's got 10 gold pieces there.
Oh, okay, great.
And he says to you, I believe you. Like, no one who can... People ran away from the VTC to get here. If you're saying they're here, then I'm inclined to believe you. And now, we need Legacy's weapons more than anything. So, thank you for the information. I'm going to get the lads together, and if the VTC is targeting 3 people, then we're going to have to move sooner than I thought. We're going to have to get across that bridge within the next few days and take those weapons, because all we've got is sticks, but we've got numbers on our side.
Let's see what our friends can do in the next day or so while we approach them. Please take care. And
I'll wish you luck, but from what you've told me, we ain't got much time, so we need those weapons.
Good luck, friend.
Thank you.
He goes back to join the party.
Righto. This Arano seems to chug what remains of his drink down, thanks the bartender, and leaves.
Okay. What shall we do now, everyone?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Star's Legacy, here we come.
What's your take on it, Sparhawk? What do you think?
Starhawk, you appear to be muted.
I think he's muted.
And there seem to be some deep divisions here. I may have got off on the wrong foot, but I can't abide rudeness. Seems prejudice runs both ways, but perhaps we can try and build a bridge.
I think you're the man for the job. You're the one that looks the most noble out of the lot of us.
I'm not noble born, but I've been in the order for a long time. We'll see.
But don't worry, I'll clean your armor up before we get there.
Let's go and see what the lay of the land is on the other side of the river.
So, you start making your way over towards the river, and looking upstream a little bit, you can see the bridge is there. Having a look across the river, you can see there's a clump of buildings on the side that you're currently on, with the ramshackle buildings. There is a heavy guard presence on this side that are currently watching across the river, and directly across is a hastily constructed stone tower with ballistae up there. There is a smaller guard presence that you can see over there, but you can see from what you can see, they have got actual chainmail spears and real arrows as well. There's only a few of them, but they are heavily armed, and they are staring right back at Star's Independence.
So is Isaac going to do his
Yeah,
thing?
I'll clean his armor up.
And I'll remount.
So you remount with your cleaned armor, and you make your way over towards the bridge itself. And as you get closer, the guards that are on your side, they look at you and be like, "All right, look, we got ourselves another airborne. Don't like living along the common, do you? Yeah, fuck off over the bridge."
So I'm going to sort of take the lead based on the information we have so far. I'll ride hands clear of any sword hilts or anything like that, non-threatening posture.
Well, as you get closer to the bridge, you see that there is a number of barricades constructed on both sides of them, like actual palisades. It's going to be difficult for Gloria to get across. As in, like, almost impossible.
Okay. How heavy do they look?
Like, they're constructed as in, like, they are physical barriers to prevent people from getting across. It will take several people to move them.
And it's not jumpable if I were to sort of go.
You can try and jump them, but you run the risk of accidentally impaling Gloria.
Don't want to do that.
Like, I actually do have a map for it. There you go.
Great.
So the guards on your side, they have levers, they have heavy clubs and other such sickles and other such simple weapons, whereas over on the other side they clearly have got like freshly forged armor and weapons.
How fast is the river?
It's pretty fast here, actually. And it looks deep as well.
Well, I'm not going to ask anything of these very friendly guards on this side.
Your retainer Albert will come up to you and say, "My lord, we could look after Gloria here whilst you proceed across the bridge."
Don't like that idea either.
We'll be fine. We are not highborn like you.
Perhaps if you take him out of the town and camp.
Of course, my lord. We'll camp maybe about 1,000 feet outside the town, enough for us to see events going on and get here reasonably quickly, should something happen.
Karik, you have your sword sharpened?
I don't have a sword, sir.
Why not?
I left it on the boat.
Okay.
It was the captain's order, sorry, if he wouldn't allow it to be armed. Oh, I forgot to pick it up, I'm sorry.
Okay. You have anything to defend yourself with?
I got rocks, sir! I've been collecting them as I go!
Okay.
Get the rocks that look most like you! In your best one, of course!
Just make camp, and if anybody approaches, move away.
I can smith you some simple weapons together if I find the material, sir, so leave it with me.
Okay.
So with that, your retainers take Gloria and they go in the opposite direction. They briefly stop as Korik stares at a woman walking past. Think of that meme where the guy's walking, like, staring at a woman who's just walked past him and the other woman is there going, "What the fuck?" But that's Albert instead.
So I guess we can get around these barricades on foot then.
Yeah. You basically, if it was terms of mechanics, you'd have to spend your action crossing each barricade to prevent any actual damage.
So I guess I start walking across again.
So as you walk past the guards, they all jeer you. They do not like you being here at all. And as you get across the bridge, some of them look like they're ready to throw down, like actual throw things at you.
I'm just going to.
I'm going to walk across with it and just stand right next to him, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
The people on the other side look like that?
No, on Independence side.
Independence.
So, can you indicate those? Are you all going together then?
Yeah, I'll follow.
All right. So
Can I ask before we
Yeah.
do these barricades that we can see on the bridge? The holes between the barricade, can a cat or a dog jump through?
I mean, yeah, a small creature could, yeah.
So Emron's gonna wild shape into something. I have to decide what yet. That would go through those barricades.
I mean, a cat would be fine, or a small dog.
Yeah, I would. Okay, so actually, I'm going to wild shape into a posh little dog. What would a posh little dog do? Like posh as on the other side.
A corgi.
Right. I'll be a little corgi, and I would just gallop through the bridge towards the other side.
No, I know. So, I shall just place you guys over there. Sparhawk, you're pushed in the water.
Yeah, I'd probably do.
So as you start making your way across, the guards on Independence side are vehemently watching you for any, foul movements. Especially towards Agnes as well. The guys say, "Love, you sure you want to go over there? They're probably going to imprison you and make you a slave or something."
If I do that, I'll punch him in the face.
Oh, I'd love to say that. I really would. But you start making your way across until eventually the guards on the other side call out to you when you're about halfway across. It goes, "Halt! Who approaches Star's Legacy?"
So I'll stop immediately. And I announce, so Sparhawk, the Order of the Golden Scale. I seek your leader.
A member of the of that old order? I thought you died out. What's a relic like you doing here?
Seeking answers.
Well, there are answers to be had here, but it depends on the questions. But you certainly look, you look like you value tradition. Very good.
May we approach?
Please, step forward. And they seem to lower their bows on you, Sparhawk.
Okay.
So you're able to spend a few actions to get across the barricades, and you're able to go to the other side. As you get across those barricades, "Welcome to Star's Legacy, where we know where we have come from, and our traditions are important to us." Amron, you come across as well, and they give you a bit of a glance over, and they say, "Yes, welcome."
Where goes the tail?
I agree. It is. Some traditions are important to maintain. May I ask who is the leader of this Star's Legacy?
I actually just closed my notes on that. Yes, if you would wish to speak to our leader, my lord, you'll want to speak to Gilderoy Tyner.
Gilderoy.
He's the appointed mayor of Star's Legacy.
And where might I find him?
You'll find him in the town hall. We've been able to construct something fit for governance, not fit for a king, of course, but fit to do the duties of what is necessary for the citizens.
I am of noble birth.
I can tell that, sir, with your standing.
Not all of my companions are.
Well,
a somewhat unhappy.
So long as you adhere to the traditions of the old world and recognise the values it brings, then you are welcome here in Star's Legacy. But that one, and he's gesturing towards Agnes, well, the way she's dressed like a harlot, I would suggest you remain with the rest of the, shall we say, the rabble.
I wish I was on camera right now so you can see my face. I'm offended. Offended.
I'd chime in and say, surely, dressed as a harlot as she is not safe over there with people of lower birth.
Well, we gave them the option for protection, and they chose not to take it. So they can rape and pillage each other all they want. Law and order will prevail here.
Each other maybe, but please not our party member.
I will vouch for her behaviour upon my oath.
Make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
If it is on your oath, my good lord, then we shall allow it. But please understand that we will keep an eye on her and her feeding hands.
I understand.
She certainly, you can't disagree with me when I say she looks like she's got sticky fingers, and as well as a number of other sticky things that she's probably come into contact with that harlot's dressing.
You are lucky I'm eating.
Shots fired. Code blue, shot fired.
No, it's fine, I get it.
Directions to this Gilderoy?
Yes, if you'd like to proceed down the main street, it's a building that looks like a cross.
So I'm going to beckon Agnes to sort of walk beside me and just whisper, if I can stand it. That's it. Before we move on.
As you walk past the first guard, Agnes, they say, "Keep your whoring ways to yourself whilst you're here. Have some decency," says one of the guards.
If there's any more like that, I'm just not even gonna completely ignore them. Just look ahead, ignore what they're saying.
Yeah.
Reluctantly, I'd like to add, but yeah, I'm just gonna...
Okay, so you proceed across the bridge, and you're able to arrive in Star's Legacy. Now, the immediate area is certainly a lot more rocky. A lot of materials are clearly of use here. It looks like a lot of the buildings are actually fashioned out, hollowed boulders themselves that have been reconstructed in something else. And there is actually a high dwarven population here. And as the dwarves were usually the main worker of the VTC, do you realise that that's probably how they were able to build these kinds of structures with exceptional speed. You can see a number of buildings that are akin to forges. However, the fires are not lit at the moment. There doesn't appear to be any burnable wood here. You do not see any buildings, no livestock or anything like that. You don't see any markets at all. You do see a couple of shops, however, with signs outside of them. One of them says Fardro's Metals, and the other one is Willie's Wonders. Willie's Wonders appears to be a jewelry and component store for metallic such stuff. Fardro's Metals appears to be a small weapons shop. But as you're walking through the streets, people, they're polite. They greet you. They give Agnes the stink eye. They're not trusting of her. But because Sparhawk is leading the way, you don't really run into any particular problems or anything like that.
Well, fully aware of what Agnes is going through, Sparhawk's going to make a beeline straight for where he was told to go. A decent, he's striding it out a bit.
All right. So you make your way across the streets, and after a few minutes, you come across to a reasonably large building that looks like a cross. So it's an accurate description of what you have found. You walk inside, and the outside of the structure is certainly good, and inside there are a few well-chiseled rocks that basically serve as tables and chairs, but there's almost no furniture inside here whatsoever. There are some books available, But in terms of actual, usable items here, it's very limited. There is a small kind of meeting table in the center of the building itself. It's like a circular sort of greeting area where there is a young tiefling girl there with red skin.
Okay, so I'll approach her and Sparhawk, I'm seeking Gilderoy.
Oh, Sparhawk, I don't see you on the letter. Do you have an appointment with Gilderoy?
I do not.
I'm sorry, but his schedule is fully booked out for the rest of the week. He's very, very busy at the moment.
This is a matter of some urgency, and it would be worth his while to hear me out.
Make a persuasion roll.
Lucky.
Wow.
Nice.
As she looks up and she says, strangely enough, I believe you. I believe that one of your clearest standing would not utter such lies. Let me see if he can squeeze 5 minutes with you. Please bear with me just a moment. And she hurries away, her tail flashing behind her, into a side room behind a set of stone-like doors that slide apart. And after about 5 minutes, she does return and she says, Gilderoy would like to meet you outside. He prefers having his meetings with individuals with fresh air.
An interesting event, I suppose, but okay.
All right. So, walking outside, and you wait a few minutes, and looking around, you get a good view of, actually taking in the sights now. From what you can tell, the people of Star's Legacy have been able to find several veins of iron, copper, and tin, and that's how they were able to construct their equipment, their materials, even their buildings. They certainly have a number of weapons, so they were able to forge that from them. But it doesn't look like they've got any. None of their forges are active at the moment because they do not have the timber that Star's Independence does have. Emron, go ahead and make a stealth check.
How do I do stealth as a dog? Do I get it?
I'll go with the Mastiff stats. So let me have a look here.
Mastiff. Natural 20!
Well, there we go. So you sit down, and anybody who walks past you in the last few minutes just go, "Oh, cute doggy," and they give you a scratch behind the ear and just keep on moving. But basically, you're not hiding, but you are hiding to the point where they don't question your presence there.
Right.
Like hiding in plain sight.
I want to try to get into Gilderoy's room. That's my aim.
Gilderoy's room is the way in is double-slided stone doors. So you want to wait for somebody to open them and go inside, or?
Yeah, he's got to come out. So maybe when he comes out,
okay,
to meet Sparhawk, I'll try to sneak in that way.
All right, no worries. So Bark doesn't look happy here. The buildings around, they look akin to old world buildings, and they are already creating smoke and smog from their mining. It's not a pleasant sight after knowing that you left this kind of stuff behind.
Yeah, even Sparhawk's not going to be happy with that.
After a few minutes, Emron, the stone stores slide outwards, and a dwarf steps out in a shockingly white suit. He adjusts himself a little bit, waves over to the tiefling at the desk, and then goes to slide the doors behind him. At that point, whilst he's waving out, you can slip underneath his legs and go into his office.
Right.
So the doors close behind you. You have a look around. It looks pretty bare, except for the number of papers on a on a wooden desk that has been polished several times. There are candles in here. There's a bottle of wine as well, and there seems to be a tray with a number of coins in it as well. It looks like he's been counting coins.
Okay, I assume being a dwarf, the table is not very high. Can
That's
everyone
right, yeah.
jump onto the table and see what the paperwork's about?
I'd say make an acrobatics check just to make sure you don't break your stealth.
Okay, acrobatics check. Ooh. Rolling, I think. Ooh. Yep, rolling now. Oh, not great. 9.
You jump up on the first one and then jump onto the thing, but you catch your paw on one of the papers and you slip a little bit. However, you're able to get on top of it, but you do knock a candle over in the process.
Okay.
You pause and nothing seems to come. Nothing seems to happen.
That's good. Can I read the papers? Anything that interesting?
They appear to be reports from guards. There's a collection of things here. The reports from the guards seem to detail movements on Stars Independent sides from their guards, their people, any notable, movements, actions, stuff like that. They're just easy getting reports from that. Other papers are reports of what they've been able to forage from nearby trees and forests, and it doesn't look too promising. It looks like they apparently the reason they can't get timber and wood from nearby trees is that outside of the rocky crag areas, there seems to be a high presence of predators. They don't have the numbers to take on such things. Even though they have the equipment, they can't focus on those predators whilst they are afraid of an attack from Stars Independence. In akin to this, expecting an attack from Stars Independence, there appears to be several battle plans to invade Stars Independence to take their food and their timber in order for themselves to become self-sufficient. It looks like they only have probably maybe about 4 or 5 days left of food, and that they really need to feed their people.
And the battle plan, is there any timeline on it? Like when they're planning to do it?
In the next 4 to 5 days. But from what you can tell, these are measures that they're undertaking to do to Stars Independence first before Stars Independence does it to them. They're fully expecting an attack from Stars Independence any day to take their materials.
Okay. And any mention of Fever's Trading Company?
No.
Okay, then indeed, Emron will piss over the desk and then jump back down and wait back at the door at the doors for the sliding doors to open again.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
So, those of you who are outside, after a little while, you see somebody emerge from the building that you just came out of. You see a dark-skinned, grey-haired dwarf with a grey chin beard, wearing a white suit, having a pipe in his mouth as he approaches all of you, and he waves rather cheerily towards you. Hello there!
Hello, love to see a friendly face.
Oh, it's nice to see new faces around here. Been a while since anybody come to Old Star's legacy.
Sorry, Jack. What out of context, out of character? What time of day is it?
It is evening at this point.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Gilderoy, I presume.
Yes, Gilderoy Tyner, at your service, appointed mayor of Star's Legacy, and faithful champion of His Royal Majesty.
My name is Sparhawk Blackstone.
A pleasure to meet you. Good friend.
I'm a knight of the Order of the Golden Scale. And obviously a member of them.
Oh, yes, you were quite big a few years ago, but you've lost your standing as of late. But that matters not. The new world is the new beginnings of the old traditions, of course.
Apparently so. Although, having seen what we've seen so far today, perhaps not so new a world after all.
Well, you can't. Progress is progress, my friend. Obviously, we are enjoying the fruits and the benefits of the new world, but we went through quite a lot of technological marvels in the old world, and it would be a shame to give up such practices when such practices can make the lives of our people seeking a new life even better.
You seem to have some very impressive buildings here already.
Yes, my people are exceptionally advocates in constructing proper buildings, not ones that will wither away at the first winter, but things that will last for a long time.
Bit austere and minimalist, I have to say.
Yes, well, we work with what we have. We have requested. I'm assuming, of course, if you come from, you touch down in New Uranium, therefore you would have to come through the other settlements.
Indeed, we are actually here on a mission from New Uranium.
I see, and what might that mission be?
Basically to find out why aid wasn't sent there when they required it.
Oh, I'm not aware of any requests from aid from New Uranium. What do they need? I'll round some men up immediately, and we'll help out in whatever way we can.
Does he seem genuine when he says that?
Make an insight check.
I'm not good at them.
Yeah, he's difficult to read for you.
The matter is taken care of. We've dealt with it.
Oh, well. I'm sorry we could not have been of assistance then.
We were
But, if New Uranium needs us in the future, we'll be happy to provide what we can.
Yes.
We don't have much, but
You know nothing of a messenger from New Uranium then?
I have no knowledge or any recollection of such a messenger. My apologies.
Can I insight that?
Yeah, go ahead. He seems genuine.
I still pull my eyes I still don't trust you. But okay.
It seems you're having some issues with the other side of the river.
Yes. Well, the individuals over there would prefer anarchy over tradition. They would prefer, shall we say, having coitus with their sheep than helping out their fellow citizens.
No need to be coarse, sir.
My apologies. It is a hot topic for folks around here. Yes, no, unfortunately, they would prefer to live in open rebellion to the crown than accept the marvels and wonders that the royal family has given for us. We wish to build good buildings for everyone, ones that would last the winters, but they refuse to uphold any matters of tradition and even spit on the good king's name.
I don't mean to pry or be impolite or overstep my bounds, but may I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why did you choose to leave the old world?
Well, truth be told, I had no family. You know, I had a son, but he died in a war between with some random lord. I don't even remember his name, I'll be honest. And frankly, I wanted to see the new world. I wanted one final adventure in my life.
Okay. And you didn't have any issue with the way...
I mean, I could... Well, everybody has an issue with, say, the Vivos Trading Company, but in terms of our legacy, as far as I'm concerned, we continue to be citizens of His Royal Highness, and we should be proud as such. His Royal Highness is a good man, a great man even, and we should uphold his legacy. That is why we came together as a community and decided to call this settlement Star's Legacy.
Okay. Is there perhaps somewhere myself and my companions may freshen up? We've had a long journey.
Well, we do have shelter available. Unfortunately, in terms of bedding, it might be a little difficult. You see, the rebels over the river refuses to give us the basic necessities: wool, fur, pelts, even food. People are living on rations, and we do not have much. But we will share what we have with you.
Did you offer anything to trade with them?
Well, when our disagreements came to fruition, we tried to seek an impasse. Seek a compromise to this impasse that we had. Our request was simple: that they would uphold the traditions of the royal family, and in return, we would give them all the building materials that we would need. And in return for that, they would give us food and timber and anything we would need to survive on this side of the river. But they refused to bend the knee. And as such, we refused to give them the materials they need.
So you offered them an even trade as long as they bent the knee?
Yes. As is our responsibility as citizens of His Royal Family, of His Royal Highness.
So you wish these people that have left the old world, for reasons that are probably very different to your own, to bend knee to a king that is thousands of miles away?
Well, my good sir, we are nothing if we do have our traditions.
I'm just that's all. I'm not passing judgment.
We are destined to be ruled by the Starfists. It doesn't matter where in the world we are. And they've given us a lot. They gave us the ships that allowed us to cross over the seas. They gave us the technologies we needed to build a workable village in a very short amount of time. They gave us the weapons in our hands. A great many gifts from the Starfist, and all he required in return was fealty, which is very honourable, do you not think? It is a great honour.
I'm going to what's it they say in America? Take the fifth.
Please, I believe.
You've given me very much to ponder at the moment. I think I'm very tired. We had an extremely taxing journey.
Of course. Well,
we've stumbled across some hobgoblins on our route.
Hobgoblins? They're here in the New World? I thought they were barred passage.
Well, it seems either all the information we have was incorrect, or they found a way. But
I suspect it was Star's independent slot that snuck them over, fees a lot of them. And he's kind of given Agnes the side eye on that one.
I smile. I had the biggest smile on my face possible. Just like grinning ear to ear, like, yeah, perfect. Probably was them.
Or possibly the VTC. You were aware that they have decided to come this way as well?
They have?
Indeed. We were
we
landed.
That is not the best of news. The royal family is infallible in many, many ways, but the Vivos Trading Company are upstarts and ruiners of all that is natural in the old world.
So just to be clear, they're infallible apart from when they're not.
What the Starfists represent is an idea. They as people may err, but their legacy remains.
So you accept they are just people, just like you and me, then?
They are just people, given a great deal amount of responsibility. You and I would crack under such pressures, but they maintain their composure.
Understood. Thank you.
It is of no trouble at all. Well, the hospitality of Star's Legacy is open to you, as it were. Please, welcome and enjoy yourselves. And with that, he gives you a bow and retreats into his office, or retreats back into the building, and then returns to his office. He slides it out. Emron, you're there. Are you still hiding?
Yeah. So while he's all that's happening, Emron's waited for a while and got a bit bored. So he started running around the room, knocking over the gold that he's been counting, and did a big dump in the gold as well.
All right, so by knocking over the gold, that definitely would ruin your stealth.
But yeah, definitely, because I want to get out. So I would definitely want to make as much noise as possible.
So after a few minutes of this, the same tiefling person will come in and just go, "Oh goodness, how did you get in?"
On that, I rush out through the gap out of the building.
She watches you go and just looks inside and goes, "Oh my goodness, what a bad dog!" And she goes about cleaning up your mess.
And on the way out the building, he'll let a big doggy fart as well, really smelly doggy fart, and then out the building to try to look for his friends.
They are there. They just finished speaking with the same individual who just walked out of the office.
And then Emron goes right next to Agnes, sits next to her, and just wag his tail and kind of look at the dwarf and look at his friends.
A random corgi's just come up to you and started wagging his non-existent tail.
You guys did see me doing that, though. Wild shape there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give the dog a stroke.
Yeah, so he's taking his leave and we're kind of on our own again.
Yes.
Well, what an odious man.
Sparhawk, I know you were not treated very well on the other side of this river, but I know which side of the river I prefer.
I still do not agree with it, but I can see where it's coming from. I think we need to sit down and discuss how we're going to bridge this divide.
Perhaps we could approach both leaders and offer to be mediators for an actual discussion if we could persuade them to actually sit down and have talks with each other. Obviously, we are a very mixed party. We have ones of noble standing, such as yourself, Sparhawk, and then we have Agnes. So, between the parties as a whole, there's some impartiality.
I get the impression that we will be treated better on this side. On the other side, they're likely to try something with... I'd like to see them try something with Sparhawk, but I'd rather he not get hurt in the first place. They'll kind of give me the wide berth and keep an eye on me, but I'll just behave, I suppose.
I appreciate your concern, Agnes. I don't think I'd get hurt.
It's a numbers thing, as I said. If they suddenly decide they don't like you over here, they'll just ambush you, and that's not what we want.
I just don't want to hurt them.
You would take a few down, and I absolutely agree with that. But I'd rather see no one get hurt. To be fair, at least over here, what they gonna do? Watch me? Okay.
Perhaps for now, given the state of both sides, we could retreat to my retainer's camp, somewhere completely neutral.
I'd be up for camping outside the town, to be fair.
You like to get a new bedroll?
I've got a cloak.
Did someone just appear?
As you notice this, Emron, there is a hooded individual, who is leaning against a wall, maybe about 10 feet away from you, and he has been paying attention to your conversation.
Emron's going to bark at that way. like that, just to make sure his friend sees him.
Vorkus is just going to like not pretend he hasn't seen him at all, but carry on speaking to everyone else in the same voice. And remember, if we hear anyone listening to our conversation, we must kill them instantly. Any reaction?
He kind of like has this look about him that's like, is he being serious?
And then I turn and stare right at him.
He gives you he gives you a half-baked smile, and he says, "Hi."
And you are?
Can we help you, good sir?
Well, it's more of a case of, can I help you? As you see this person, it is a halfling. It's actually the same individual. Sorry, no. My apologies. Please redact that. This person appears to be human. He unfolds his arms and just gives you a light bow and says, "My name is Varys, and I represent an individual named as Dargon. It's come to our attention that you have noticed the failings of both sides of the river. Am I correct?"
You could say that.
Perhaps.
Something like that.
We represent an alternative option. Tell me, how would you like to be heroes of the new star settlements?
Does it involve fire?
No, of course not.
Insight.
Okay, insight,
I
great.
just have the assumption that he's going to burn both to the ground. That's my assumption.
You get the feeling he's being honest when he says no fire is needed.
Again, given the same look as I did before, like I don't quite trust you, but fine.
What would we gain from being heroes?
Well, adoration, lodging, money, access to whatever you want from the resources that this town makes.
Vorkus is not interested at all, but that's actually a good argument for Vorkus. Yeah. And what would you want from us?
You certainly look like capable individuals. We might need that in our little organization. Tell me, how would you like to be kings and queens of the new world? And we'll stop the session there, guys.